Trash Talking Radio, Tuesday night. I don't know what's going on.
Now I hear you.
So now I
Trash
need to hear
Talking Radio, Tuesday night.
now. I don't know what's going on. If it's
Now I hear you.
So now I
Trash
need to hear
Talking Radio.
I am
Tuesday
hearing
night.
something. So I got to figure that out.
Now I hear you.
So now I need
Trash
to hear
Talking Radio.
I am hearing something. So I gotta
Ashley
try
says
that
hello.
out.
Now I hear you.
Let me check something. I'm gonna try it.
Hello, Ashley.
Check 1, 2.
Ashley says hello.
1, 2. Hold on till it says
Hello,
1, 2.
Ashley.
Check 1, 2.
Ashley says
Let me
hello.
see it. Check 1, 2. Hold on. Till it still got
Hello,
that
Ashley.
noise. Check 1, 2.
Ashley says
See
hello.
what that buzz is. Check and see if this has anything to do with it. Still got
Hello,
that
Ashley.
noise. Okay. See what that buzz is. I don't know where that noise is coming. See if this has anything to do with it. Still got
Hello,
that
Ashley.
Okay. See what that buzz is. I don't know where that
Getting
noise
a
is
repeat of my voice.
Okay, let me try cutting one
Getting
out.
a repeat
Leave
of my
it
voice.
on, because I'm going to try to cut something out here. Okay, let me try cut out.
Getting a repeat of my voice.
It's one of these. Try to cut something out here. 1, 2. Just check it out. 2. One of these. Try to cut something out here. 1, 2. Just check it out. 2. One of these. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Check. I wish I knew where these noises were coming. Check 1, 2. Let me check one other thing. Hold on. Let me check. I wish I knew where these noises were coming. Check 1, 2. Let me check one other thing. Hold on. Let me. I wish I knew where these noises were coming. Check 1, 2. Let me check one other thing. Hold on. Let me. I wish I knew where these noises were coming. Check 1, 2. Let me check what happens. Hold on. Wow, what's the? It's looping.
Yeah.
It might not now that I took this out. Wow, what's the? It's looping.
Yeah.
It might not now that I took this out. Wow, what's the? It's looping.
Yeah.
It might not now that I took.
No, it's still.
What the? Wow, what's the? I don't know what's going on. It might not now that I took.
No, it's still.
I don't know what's going on. That's the input.
No, it's still.
I don't think we're going to have much luck here.
No, it's still. It's not coming through this headset. It's going through this headset.
I don't know what to do
She
here.
goes, how many people are there? I keep hearing repeating.
That sound is really loud. I got to figure that. I mean, I got to figure out what it is. I don't know how to get rid of it if I don't know what it is. So why would that be? I don't know what happened there that we got. It shouldn't be that way now. We should be able to hear. Yeah, it's still going on. What is going on?
Hi, pretty girl.
I don't know what to do about this. This is,
Hi, Cheyenne. Well, hi. I see you.
Ashley says there's no repeating now.
I see you.
okay.
That's-
That's
Listen,
a good
you
sign.
know, You're not a lap dog.
Okay. Well, I mean, we're on. I just don't know what we're going to do with that. I guess if I don't play any clips, we'll be
No.
okay.
You cannot have my water.
Oh, puppy. Let's see. All right. Well, I
He
guess
says, hi, puppy.
there's really nothing I can do except the show. Kind of don't really want to do that much noise. I don't know what the noise is, though. I don't know what to do about it. I guess we'll just go and do it. We had 2 people die this week of some kind of stature, and one of them was one of the Bosom Buddies. Did you ever see Bosom Buddies?
Yes.
Peter Scolari.
Oh wow.
He was only 66. That's really a shame. 66. That's so young in this day and age.
Uh-huh.
But he did die. He died of cancer. So,
Wasn't he on the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids movies too.
I don't know that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He was on.
I know he was on Newhart.
He was the father in Girls. He was. Let's see here. Bosom Buddies. We all know that. He went on to work on the 1996 directorial debut of The Thing You Do. That Thing You Do, and Lucky Guy in 2013. He was in Wicked, Hairspray. I saw Wicked. That was pretty cool.
I saw Hairspray. I have Hairspray down home.
I'm talking about live in the theater.
Oh, okay.
That was pretty cool. And he was.
I believe you're thinking of somebody else, Trish.
I could be.
I don't think it was him that did that.
Yeah, I don't see that on his. Wait a minute. I could go to his Wikipedia. I do have that linked. Which one did you say?
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Why'd you do that?
Because I wanted to.
Okay, here we go. He was in Takeoff. He was on the Rosebud Hotel, Mr. Bill's Real Life Adventures, Corporate Affairs, Ticks, Camp Nowhere, That Thing You Do, Sorority Boys, Polar Express.
Nietzsche said he was in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the TV series.
Oh, okay. Let me look at the TV series. This is, he was in Angie, Wally Brown, Good Time Girls, Bosom Buddies, Circus of the Stars, number 7, Remington
You're
Steele.
thinking of Rick Moranis.
Well, I knew he was in, but I thought this guy was in
I
too.
don't see.
No. The one that comes closest to Honey, I Shrunk the Kids is Mick Moranis.
I don't see. Well, let's see. What year was Honey? Oh, yeah. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the TV show. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why I never heard it, because I never watched it. He was in ER,
Yeah.
2002. So, he has a pretty good list of things he was in. He was in Batman, The Brave and Bold. I watched all the girls. Those were that was an HBO series. It was pretty good. It was pretty far-fetched, but it was okay. I mean, what shows aren't? So, he was in Chopped. He played himself. So, he was one of those guys that he had a recognizable face.
Of course.
And so the other guy that died, were you a Friends follower?
No.
Were you a Friends follower?
I follow Friends all the time, yes.
So you watched the series?
Yes.
Gunther was the guy that died.
Wow.
Now, Gunther got his role for a really special reason. Do you know what the reason is?
No.
By the way, his name is James Michael Taylor.
He was the bartender.
He was the bartender. He was the what do they call him? Barrister.
Barista.
Yeah.
Whatever. He got the job because he's the only one that knew how to make cappuccinos. So.
Well, he dies at 59 years old.
59,
Holy wow!
That's so sad.
It is sad that all these people are dying before 60 years old.
And he died of cancer.
A cancer again, and it's like
I did say the other one died of cancer, right? I think he died.
Yeah, you said the other one died of cancer, and it's like it's sad to say that all these people are dying of cancer.
I want to make sure that I was right about that. I knew one of them died of cancer. Yeah, he died of cancer. He fought for cancer for 2 years, Scolari. But Gunther, that was kind of interesting. Yeah, at such a young age. I mean, people shouldn't be dying that early. So
I mean, they're like my friend my friend stepfather last weekend died of they're not sure if it was he had cancer, but they're not sure if it was the cancer or because when he went to the hospital because his legs were weak and everything, they gave him a sedation that wasn't sure whether it was the sedation that did it because they were going to put a tube down him and he fought them and they gave him the sedation and they were supposed to just like be for 5 or 10 minutes the most and he never came out of it. So they're not sure if it was the cancer or the sedation.
Who are we talking about?
My friend that died.
Oh, okay. I was
yeah.
going to say, I didn't read that.
No. I'm talking about my friend that's given a point here that basically, again, he had cancer and eventually he probably would have died of the
And he's
cancer.
under 60.
And his age, very young again. Kids should not be dying before their parents. And he was one of them that died before his parent. And it's sad when that happens. I know my cousin did that. Had a son that died before. Obviously she's dead, and it's sad.
Well,
If I ever did get a lot of money and stuff like that, I probably would donate to the Cancer Society.
My mom did what?
Your mom had a son die.
It's sad. It really is.
Just
One, two. Check. 1, 2. And then I bring back the gain. Maybe that'll get rid of some of the noise. Check 1, 2. 1, 2. That should be okay. I don't know what it sounds like there.
Ashley said she can't hear. She needs to go to a hearing doctor then.
I
I
don't
go
know
to
if
mine next Wednesday, so it's like, okay,
So,
yeah.
okay, now I got volume showing. And
hope it's still there.
no, it isn't.
Yeah, it is.
Not as bad. Oh yeah, it is. Oh, hold it. Leave it up. I want to check to see if this does any difference. No, it isn't. Not as bad. Let's see if it's now.
Yeah, so she can hear us now.
Hold on.
She hears us now.
Hold on. Let's see if it makes any difference. Did it?
Oh, did you go to your hearing doctor, Ashley?
Still has that sound. Wonder if I can make. I'm going to make one more change. Leave it up if you will. Going to try and turn this up and turn this. That off. That didn't work.
She's talking to him, not to her.
Yeah.
Oh, my nerves.
I know, but you gotta understand,
Wait a minute, something else is getting on your nerves besides me?
Yeah.
Wow, holy cow.
Okay, one more time. Trying to get this set up so that it's least annoying.
At least I'm not in the doghouse
Check.
this time.
1, 2.
Yeah.
1, 2. Check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Check. 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 Well, let's go with this, I guess. I don't. Wait, can they hear it?
I think so. Can you guys hear the high-pitched vacuum running in the background?
Connie says she can't hear. Can you hear us at all, Connie?
Turn it back on. I gotta. Well, she should have heard that.
Yes,
can
she
hear
can hear. Connie said she can hear.
Okay.
Can you
Okay.
hear the high-pitched vacuum, Connie?
Yeah.
Okay, well then we'll go on with the show. I
Ashley says
apologize
yes, she
for
can
this.
hear the
I don't know what happened
high-pitched
between last
vacuum,
week and
but
this year,
okay.
this week, but
That's yeah.
just have to deal with it. All right, that's the deaths for this week.
And of course, nobody had him on our death pool.
Nope, neither
Nope.
of us. I had Peter Scolari.
You did not.
All right, I saw 4 movies this week.
Well, you've been busy.
Yeah, I have been. First off, Dune opened last week.
I've been.
I got to
busy
tell
going
you
to funerals.
that I was confused by Dune in the 80s.
Okay.
So you would think that Dune of 2021, I would understand.
Nope.
I am confused by Dune 2021, just as I was for the other. But hey, Carlton thought it was the greatest movie. I can't agree with him because
So you finally went out on your date with Carlton?
No, I did not. I watched that at home. I have plenty of ways to watch movies. It was really a bad movie. I mean, it was really confusing. I don't know that it was bad. It was just confusing. So, it was interesting, but I didn't think it was really the caliber of movie that I prefer. So, but it did pretty good at the box office. It did, I think it did 40 million.
Okay.
It did okay. Didn't do what they were hoping it would do. 40.1 million first weekend. Yeah, I think the problem is there's a lot going on, and they don't really explain it in the 2 hours. I read a little bit about it afterwards, hoping to understand it a little bit more, but it was not the easiest thing to understand, and not one of my favorite movies of all time. So they did 40.1, making it the highest domestic opening of Villeneuve's career. So, it was, I don't know. I guess I just wanted more. I wanted to be able to understand what I was watching.
So then I would have totally been lost.
I don't know. I think so, because I think that it wasn't very well. You couldn't figure out what was going on by. I mean, I even paid attention to it. I didn't do my multitasking that much. I really tried to pay attention. But towards the end, I got a little bit about what was going on, but it was really confusing. So
No, you're usually pretty good at that. I mean,
this one, I would really say that I would have failed it if there was a test. So with that being said,
I'll know not to watch that one.
the visuals are really neat, but I didn't know what they were fighting about. All right, so that's done. Did I do these? Did I do? I think I did these right. Let's find out in a second. Oh, I didn't do it. Okay. All right. That's for sure. I posted down. I did watch also Halloween Kills,
Oh boy.
which was Jamie Lee Curtis movie. Just trying to see here. Okay. Yeah. All right. So it talks about did fairly good for October thanks to films like Venom 2, which I also saw, Halloween Kills, which I also saw. It was okay. I just didn't think it really lived up to what it should. However, I will tell you one thing about about that movie that was interesting.
Okay.
The female wrestler, Zenyatta, I think her name is. Where's that? she did a good job. Also, Dave Bautista, there he is.
Woohoo, Batista!
He did a good job. And also, gotta cover my ears. Jason Momoa was in that movie too.
Yeah, baby.
And I think I couldn't figure out what happened to them. It was just, like I said, it was very confusing what they were doing with it. But you know, it was okay. It would have been better had I been able to understand what was going on. I didn't really get it. So, but there's a part 2 coming out in 2023, I think it is. So, Zendaya was her name.
I was gonna say Zendaya is a girl, like a young girl that she's on Nickelodeon, or she was.
Oh, maybe that's her. But
Yeah.
Okay,
she was
then
on
it's
Dancing
not who I
with the
thought it was, because the one girl in WWE did a couple films, and she's a champion now.
Nice.
But anyway, you know, it was okay. Just not anything I'd write home about. Not
Okay.
someone I would encourage people to go see because it was very confusing.
Okay, so speaking of WWE, have you been following Dancing with the Stars?
No, I've been following WWE though.
Oh,
I know that
The Miz.
The Miz is doing well.
Yes, he's doing very well. And I've watched every episode so far. Last night was horror movie week. And hi, sweetheart. And he was doing, I think it was a paso doble
What
to
do you mean
something
you
from
watched it last
Hellraiser.
night? You were sleeping out like a light in 5 minutes.
You think she was? Apparently she was.
Well,
I
evidently
watched it on my phone today at
Oh,
work.
okay. That's different. I was going to say, because I started watching it last night, and someone was out like a light in 5 minutes. Again. Okay.
But yeah, I was watching it today, and to see him, oh my goodness, it was giving me the creeps.
I had to put a picture up for the day.
Oh, I like the mouse.
You know who that is, right?
Yeah,
That's
Chuck
our
E.
buddy.
Cheese.
That's our buddy Chucky. He played in a band for a short period of
Hi,
time.
hi, sweetheart. You are not a lapdog.
Oh, don't tell her
This
that.
is a woman that said last night she wasn't going to fall asleep in 5 minutes on me, and she did anyway.
Whoa, whoa,
Oh,
whoa,
whoa.
Hello, hello. What do you want? What do you want? Oh, puppy.
He wants to be on your lap, Mike. There you go.
Between you and I.
We lost it. Okay.
Mouse up here, reckon. So we got our.
Oh, by the way,
special guest
we said
hostess.
hi to Ashley. We should say hi to
Our
Darnell.
special hostess.
Hi, Donnell.
So, all right. So anyway,
I'm gonna pull this back.
I gotta delete over. Yeah, get that out of there.
There.
Be careful she doesn't flip your computer. What do you want, puppy? What do you want?
She has to. Hey, your chair's over there.
What do you want? Hello. You want something? You want something to eat?
You know what she wants.
Yeah, she wants to be center of attention.
Oh, he's sleeping. Okay. Well, you can tell him we said hello.
So what do you want? That's all I got over here. What do you want?
I don't get paid until Thursday, puppy. I'll give you some more on Thursday. I'll get
Now
you
she's
some more
trying
on
to figure out how to get
Thursday.
down.
Yeah, Ashley said she's taking over the show.
Easy, easy.
Do you want this? You don't want
She's
that.
taking
You want
over the
something
show.
else.
Of course she is.
That's correct.
Did you do enough damage while you were down there?
Well, last night she
Here.
was sitting on a chair like she was ready for the show.
Yeah.
What do you want? I don't know what to give you. I don't know where you. I don't know where you're.
I don't think we have that
I
much
had
anymore,
some.
do we?
Uh-uh.
I
No.
thought I had some down here. I don't have anything for you. You're holding up the show. Here, take that.
Well, she knocked something off there.
Go. Come on. Get out of here. Come
Oh,
on.
he's getting up at 8 to go to the
Get
gym.
out of here. Now that you knocked all these boxes over. Come on, move.
Come
No,
on, Cheyenne.
don't sit down on the
Cheyenne.
mixers.
Come on.
All right, people. Sorry about this. Dog attack. This doesn't happen in the big studios. It only happens with the little dogs. Well, little studios.
Little studio, big dog.
I don't have anything else. All I've got is this. I have no more. I didn't bring anything else
Gotta
down.
wait. You gotta wait next week. I'll bring you some more next week. Or unless we come over. Unless we come
I wanna go
over the
upstairs and
weekend.
grab the thing on the counter in the kitchen. There's counters with her treats.
Oh, the big jug.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have brought it down when I was
should have
coming down.
Brought it down. I thought I had stuff down
All right.
here. I don't know why. Here you go. Pop.
Ashley says, should she stay or should she go?
I think she should go because there's nothing for you down here. I don't have anything down
Go
here.
get him, Cheyenne.
Here,
Go get him.
eat that. Eat that. Come on. I need to get to work. Come on. Move, move, move.
I'm gonna go this way.
Now I got to get my trackball too. Oh. Now I can't. My trackball fell on the floor. Oh. Can you see it?
I
Okay.
heard it fall
I
down.
heard it too. I can't. Oh.
She can attack him now. Okay. Ugh.
All right.
We're gonna try this one more time with feeling, right?
All right. Disaster already. All right. Yes. Try not to give her everything in there, but
Yeah.
give her sparingly. All right, now let's see here. All right. Oh, jeez.
Would you try not to wreck the studio too? Yeah, try not to
I'm
wreck the
good.
studio too, will you?
I'm good.
Yeah, you're good.
All right.
I don't. Which is the bigger girl here? You know, Cheyenne or there? You know,
Excuse
she's
me?
Cheyenne
both
is
wrecking
the bigger problem.
Studio, I'm telling you.
She's the bigger problem.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. Okay, so I said about Dune. I saw Dune. I thought it was okay, but you know, for the most part, I wouldn't tell people to go see Dune if they don't know anything about Dune.
All right, I think I got her
Confused
occupied
like
now.
I was. I also saw Halloween Kills, which was it's available on the Peacock TV as well as
Oh wow, we'll have to maybe.
in theaters.
Is that
and
so? Is that like a Halloween scary movie, or
Yeah, I mean it's a series
Then I
of
have to
movies.
watch
or is
it in
that the
daylight.
one of those scary but laughable movies where they?
I found it somewhat comical, but you know, that's not for everybody. But I found it somewhat comical. It was a good movie. You know, it was better than Dune because I knew what was going on. What are you laughing at?
I sent something to somebody and she just responded.
Okay. All right. Anyway, so I like that. So if you want to see that, you can go to your Peacock app if you have one. And if you don't, why don't you? Because they have a lot of good stuff on it. And you can get a commercial free if you're paying the extra money, like me.
Is it this Saturday or next Saturday?
This
next,
Saturday.
This Saturday.
Uh-huh.
So, if you hear screaming coming from our house on Saturday, you know it's basically her. And then if you hear screaming from Ohio, you know it's Mary coming from Ohio screaming. I don't know, you know. So, those two are going to be going at it this weekend on the phones, and you know, Penn State plays Ohio State.
Okay.
And you know, so.
What will Halloween,
I'm probably coming over here during that game, Michael, so I can, you know, have some.
You want some sanity?
what will Halloween Kills be about? If the nightmare isn't over, unstoppable Michael Myers escapes from Laurie Strode's trap to continue the ritual bloodbath. And so it's interesting. This movie is interesting because I think it closes the gap that we won't have any more Halloweens. So I think that if you were a follower of the Halloween movies, you will probably like this one. If you aren't, don't watch it. So, all right. Also, well, let me see here. Let me see where we at here. Halloween Kills streaming only on Peacock. That's not true. It's well, yeah, it is streaming only, but it's in theaters too. So I'll find Evil Dies Tonight. This is it.
Ooh.
Yeah, but Michael Myers wears a mask. That's what his face looks like with the mask.
I try to take my mask off, but it don't work.
I was told to put mine back on.
Yeah.
So I like the movie, but you have to really appreciate. I like Jamie Lee Curtis. Anything she does, I usually like it. Also, you saw the first one, I think, Venom.
Yes.
The second one is pretty good, pretty darn good. It caught me off guard. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, because I think that first one you were surprised I watched it, and I told you as long as it's daylight when I come out, I'll be fine.
And was it?
Yeah.
We'll turn this off, but this it was.
Did you have somebody hold your hand?
I was with him.
It was.
Well,
I
did
did
you
not
have
hold
somebody hold your hand?
No.
Okay.
But if you like Venom, I thought Venom was a good. This was a good sequel to the other one. So it was kind of cool. I liked it, and that would be something if you're really looking for a good action movie. That would be it. Last night, before I went to bed, I watched The Addams Family. It's really an interesting,
Well, that's something I would be interested
Yeah,
in
I wanna
watching.
watch
It
that
was
one.
it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I kind of liked it. So anybody that likes that type of movie, it's an animated movie, but it's really good animation. I would say to definitely see that. You can see that.
I think it's something that Trisha and I have to start doing. Go to the movies.
We used to go to the movies every weekend.
Well, I know, that's what I'm
Sometimes
saying.
it was-
I keep
sometimes-
on hearing that, and it's like, okay, I'm surprised she doesn't go, would you like to go to the movies? And then call you up and go, would you like to go to the movies with
yes,
us, Mike?
but since COVID, it changed everything.
Yeah, I mean, I just
Okay, but
I've been to the movies a couple times since
couldn't,
COVID, and it was okay. But it was I really liked the thing in this. It drives the car,
Oh, wow.
and that's
I love the
car.
license plate on it. Tucked to the hand.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, but
Well, maybe we'll do that this
there's
weekend.
some-
We'll go see Addams Family.
that's a pretty good movie. I
All
would
right.
tell you to go. You would like that movie.
Right.
Knowing
I
you-
don't think we have any deaths to go to, or funerals or anything
I told
like
you,
that.
no more
this one.
cemeteries.
So
I'm
just,
done.
Just make sure that we don't go during the Penn State and Ohio State game,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
Okay, all right.
So I thought that was okay. I liked that movie a lot. Out of all the ones I saw, I
Oh,
probably
you want
liked
another
that
one?
movie
Okay.
best.
You want another one? Okay.
So
I think, is that what you're trying to tell me?
she
Okay.
does like those. Oh, there it
And
goes.
there goes the light.
Well, let's see if we need it, that light. I guess we don't need that light.
She's gonna wreck the Cheyenne.
But yeah, so that's a good movie to go see.
It's on this side.
It's entertaining.
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to get it and without doing this here. Oh yeah, she disconnected everything.
That's no big deal. It's still on, right?
I know.
You can turn it off because I don't think we need it because it looks like
Problem
it's still
is,
lighting
though,
up
I
okay.
don't know if I can-
I'm wondering if we turn that off, if we get rid of that one light area that's
I don't
lit.
think I can get it without standing up there. You're gonna have to stand up and get it from, because she disconnected the whole thing.
That's okay. It's
I don't
okay.
no, it's okay. I know. I don't know if I could. I guess I did. I'm sorry, Trash.
She's we're good. Okay, yeah. Pull that and see if it makes the other thing go away, or turn it off, I should say. Nope. We're gonna. Wait a minute. I think we'll be okay with that.
Back in. Very good at screwing, but, hey. I
Well,
don't know if people-
This
that's
is a
ego-
PG show.
that's egotistical as anything.
Bullshit.
Yeah, that actually cleaned up everything except his area. Because actually, if he doesn't turn it on, it'll be fine. If you want to turn that off,
Trying to screw it back in.
just don't worry about it. We'll worry about it after the show. Just turn it off because we don't need it. You're actually quite well lit, believe it or not.
Am I right with that? or-
No, that would actually be bad.
Okay. That would be
just
bad.
yeah, because I've got now a light. Just turn it off. Move your head so I can see what's. Okay, that's good.
Alright.
That's better than it was. Okay. And
Now
then
the lights behind you two are gone.
that's okay. I noticed that eliminated a light spot that was right here.
Okay.
So that actually is better. Yours actually got a little worse, but it's better than it was. It's better.
I mean, do you want me to try and flex it off of
I
there?
want to continue with the show.
I mean,
Okay, so next thing,
If I can.
the other one, the last movie I saw was Snake Eyes.
Is that any better?
It's good, yeah. Snake Eyes is. I don't understand the idea of this movie, but Snake Eyes, it said, after saving the life of the heir apparent,
Another one?
tenacious loner Snake Eyes is welcomed to an ancient clan called Arachnid Cage, where he's taught. Well, anyway, I'm a little confused. Yeah, I thought so. Okay. Traditionally, Snake Eyes is G.I. Joe's resident ninja. And, we saw a couple of the G.I. Joe movies.
Right.
And so this is how it's tied into that G.I. Joe movie. It was okay. It was pretty.
Your job tomorrow is actually to see what time. I don't know if Mike wants to go again or not, but.
I'm already doing it.
Oh,
Okay, well, I would say it's a good action movie, and it's, I liked it. So I put that on. Much better than Dune. I actually followed what was going on. And so was Addams Family, and so was Venom.
Actually says, come see me at work.
And do what?
I don't know. That's
Exactly.
all she says. Come see me at work. Are you buying lunch? I mean,
They have
dinner? Are you
pizza
buying
there.
dinner when we come
Yeah,
see you
I've
at
got
lunch
pizza.
at
They
work?
have pizza now.
Yeah.
I would love it, like a pizza from there.
There you go.
It's flatbread pizza.
There you go. I want to try that new, it's a macaroni and cheese sandwich. Yeah, I want to try the macaroni and cheese.
All right, well, that's
Okay,
the end of the
Ashley's
movie
buying
reviews.
lunch. I mean, dinner.
Now we're on to entertainment. I got some strange ones from the entertainment side.
Okay.
Where's it at? Here it is.
How much do you want her to have? Because she keeps on begging.
Break it up and give her smaller pieces of things. I'm sure you've heard of Alex Baldwin's issue.
Yes.
Okay, the big to-do is that who's responsible.
I know.
And Alec Baldwin probably isn't responsible, but he is also a producer of that film, so he's going to get sued as a producer. Hey, karma's a bitch.
Uh-huh.
I can tell you that.
Hi, Jen.
The way he harassed Trump. Now, here's a
Why did
story.
Jen just come in?
Trump-
I didn't see her
Trump, Donald
yet. Unless
Jr.
I'm lagging.
Right.
put out a T-shirt to make fun of Baldwin with the gun. I haven't seen the T-shirt.
Maybe the theater is closed. Maybe I'm lagging here because I didn't see Jen come in yet.
I'm looking. Don't worry.
No, I'm talking about. No, get down. Get down.
I'm gonna try AMC instead.
Oh,
of
here it
Eagle.
is. I wonder if this is it. Here it is. Guns don't kill people. Alec Baldwin kills people. That was the Donald Trump Jr. put that T-shirt out. I would love to have that T-shirt because I don't really care too much for Alec Baldwin. I don't hate him, but I think he was pushing really hard on every week he was on Saturday Night Live making fun of Trump. So, karma's a bitch.
Yeah.
Oh man, I mean I wouldn't do that, but that's because I would never do that to anyone. But I just think it's funny. Okay, so I now know which audio channel it is that's causing issues. So can I? I don't want to fix it on the fly. I want to keep working, keep going. I hope that people. Jen's there. Hi, Jen. So. Oh, who's your new girlfriend?
Who?
Connie said that Michael has a new girlfriend. He's not going to take my girlfriend. That's not going to happen. He can have his own girlfriend, but not mine.
No, she's.
Oh, she pops up over there.
Anyway, the big question is, where was the disconnect on this gun? Because
It was supposed to be a prop.
understood, and that's the thing I'm really confused about. Experts predict legal fallout for the Alec Baldwin prop shooting. Because, I mean, they have people that checksums and all that. And somebody didn't do their job.
Right.
Whoever it was didn't do their job, and this woman ended up dying because of it. And, they have ADs, which are associate... Wait, what? AP? AD? I forget what is it. Is it AD? Well, whatever. People that are supposed to check all that stuff, and obviously
Somebody
didn't do their job. And from what I read, this person that didn't do their job couldn't be hired in other movies because he apparently didn't do his job before. Oh yeah, The Last Duel is the new one. That did you renew your?
No.
Oh, you didn't. I didn't
No.
either.
Renew your what?
AMC passes.
Maybe that's something.
Well,
Now I guess I have to. Went out and came back in, and now I got Jen and I got Connie.
It was used it was used for
So-
target practice the day before, so it had live ammo.
So-
Oh,
Well, that's a really
scary thing.
that scares me. I would hate to be. I would want to check my own stuff too. If someone said that this has live ammo or this doesn't have live ammo, I would want to check it to make sure. Well, of course, you wouldn't know if it was live ammo or not, unless you know what a blank looks like.
Right.
And I don't even know what a blank looks like, so I wouldn't be any help in that. But it's such a shame that someone had to die over a stupid mistake like that. Here it is. Here's the one I was looking for. Alec Baldwin, fatal shooting, film's first AD, associate director, I think, is AD.
Yeah.
Yeah, assistant director, assistant director.
Well, maybe.
Was fired from 2019
how much does it
movie.
cost?
Oh no.
Going and so this guy had already been fired from a film in 2019 for a gun going off, so he already has a track record.
Jen said she would also check too.
Oh yeah. Anytime there's an actual weapon involved, you bet I would check, especially if I'm on either end of that weapon. Man, I wouldn't.
That's why a lot of people go, why don't you have a gun, or why don't you do? I don't want a gun. I mean, yeah, it's my safety, but I figure, if someone's going to come up to me, and if I'm going to get robbed, and they're going to pull that trigger, whether I have a gun or not, they're going to pull that trigger. If they want to pull that trigger. So what is that gun going to do to me? For me? Excuse me. What is that gun going to do for me? It's not. Because what am I going to do? Kill him, then he kills me? Okay.
All right. All right. So there's a big to-do about who all's gonna be sued on this. He's not gonna be sued for shooting her because he didn't know, but because he's one of the producers, he's gonna be sued because they're gonna sue the whole production. But first of all, our condolences go to everyone affected by the tragedy in New Mexico, said one of the producers from Freedom's Path, which is the one he was fired from. I can confirm that Dave Halls was fired from Freedom's Path in 2019 after a crew member incurred a minor and temporary injury when a gun was unexpectedly discharged. Halls was removed from the set immediately after the prop gun discharged. Production did not resume filming until Dave was off-site. How would you like to have that follow you? You better give up your
I couldn't.
career. I would look at doing something else that doesn't involve guns. So I feel real bad for the situation, and I feel bad for this poor woman. She was so young, and she
Doesn't tragedy follow that family around a while?
probably. Yeah.
I mean, he's not the only Baldwin to get in trouble, is he?
Well, that Alec is the big-mouthed one who thinks he's so much better than everybody else. It's not the gun; it's the shooting. I owe 2 guns. How much do you owe on the 2 guns? I'm funny.
Here, she got him now.
So, but yeah,
Merry
it's such a
Christmas.
shame. Let's see here. Okay, that's done. Now let's see.
Yeah.
Okay, next thing. Bezos owns Blue Origin, which is the competitor to SpaceX. They want to put a private PlayStation. They want to put a private space station business park to be deployed later this decade.
Jensen, shut up, Mike.
You know you love me. So that'll be interesting to see a private space station. That I would actually be pretty interested in seeing how it works, because we shared the other PlayStation. I keep wanting to say PlayStation, but
you can tell you're a video game junkie.
Yeah, well, I haven't turned the PlayStation on in years. But anyway, says here, Jeff Bezos' space company Blue Origin unveiled its plan for a private space station called Orbital Reef, which he expects it to deploy between 2025 and 2030. Blue Origin describes Orbital Reef Station, which would be inhabitable for up to 10 people, as a mixed-use business park in space. The company's primary partner for the station is Sierra Space, a subsidiary of aerospace contractor Sierra Nevada Corporation.
Get down.
With the team also including Boring.
Sit.
Oh,
Relax.
really? Oh, Boeing, not Boring. Boring,
Relax.
Redwire Space, and Genesis
Lay down.
Engineering. I think
down.
it would be really cool to see this.
Lay down.
It'd be interesting to see.
No more.
If they can
Lay down for
pull
now.
this thing off. I'd like to see it. So,
Lay down.
let's see what else I got here. Oh, okay. You almost got a point. So wait. Oh, well, did you or did you not? I didn't. I gotta check. I didn't look at that.
What, Betty White died?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Let me check to see who had it. I think. Ashley almost got a point.
Almost doesn't count.
Almost don't count much. For
Almost
anything.
only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, and we're not playing either.
Queen Elizabeth. Allegations of royal cover-up after palace lied to media over her condition. She still might get a point, but she was truly she was in the hospital, and we don't know
Look out,
exactly.
Trish, someone's stealing your man.
Nah.
I don't know. That's
He can only go if he's willing.
What? Who's stealing your man?
I don't know. That's what
Cheyenne.
Connie says. Look out, Trish, someone's stealing your man.
She thinks it's Cheyenne. Nah. We all share Cheyenne.
Cheyenne's a slut. Queen Elizabeth's condition is a mystery, and now there are allegations that the palace lied about it to keep everything under wraps. The Queen was at Windsor Castle Friday after being hospitalized for an undisclosed condition. The palace says doctors have preliminary investigation underway to get the Queen to the bottom of the Queen's ailment. As for the lie, the palace said Wednesday the Queen had canceled a trip to Ireland after doctors ordered her to get rest. They strongly
Now,
intimidated. Stop it. Stop. Stop. Get down. Get down. 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 No, don't get down because you got your cord. Your cord's stuck. No. Get down. Get down. No. Get down. 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 She's got a strong will.
yes.
Okay, they strongly intimidated. The problem was just that. The 95-year-old Queen had been working too much. Oh, come on. What does she have to do? She doesn't work. There was no mention that she was actually hospitalized until Thursday after the Sun broke the story. At that point, the palace fessed up and acknowledged it. So we don't know why she was there yet, but we know she was there.
Well, that's like I read today that One of the things that royals are supposed to do is not travel together. Like, you never see Prince Charles traveling with Prince William.
That's because they hate each other.
No. It's because if something were to happen, then you wouldn't lose 2 heirs. You'd only lose 1. Well, unless you ask the Queen, with the way COVID is, Prince William and Princess Kate actually traveled together with their family. So she must have allowed them to do that based on, the COVID restrictions.
I don't know.
So I thought it was interesting.
Yeah, you're a follower of the whole family. I think they're garbage. And I don't mean trash. I said garbage. All right. I'm a big fan of Storage Wars.
Yes.
Yes.
Are you?
I saw Barry coming back, baby.
Okay, well then you're going to screw up my thing here. A&E series returns and welcomes back Barry Weiss. He's my hero. I love Barry. He's only going to do, he's not going to be in it every week or anything.
Right.
He's going to do a wrap-up show kind of thing where he says Storage Wars is returning to A&E for its 14th season. Before the official season premiere, viewers will see the return of the original cast member Barry Weiss in 2 specials, which will air on October 26th.
Which is today.
And I'll see it later. Weiss appeared on the first 4 seasons, and he's a lifelong collectibles. He never collector. He never purchased a storage unit before joining the cast, and A&E revealed more about the return and the return of the series in the press release. Here's the press release. Iconic auctioneers Dan and Laura Dotson once again lead the buyers through unit after unit filled with all kinds of surprises.
She's having trouble with her mic. There's 2
Which
of them
one?
here, and she's having
3 of
trouble with them.
3 of them.
Yeah. She's having trouble. There's 2 of them here, and she's having trouble with the mics.
I'm fine.
Yeah, okay.
We'll see. Talk.
Bullshit!
No,
Okay.
Talk. I want to make sure that you're fine.
Yeah, I am fine. See?
You got to get closer.
There. I mean, I'll eat it
Okay,
otherwise.
that's good. That's good there. Just think it's a penis, then it'll be good. I'm just saying. Sometimes you need motivation. Why is your face red? You're lighting up this room now.
Shut up, Mike.
Anyway, so the specials have Welcome Barry Back specials, including October 26th at 9. Welcome Barry Back Older and Wiser, spelled Wiser, Weisser, October 26th at 9. Then it says, tucked away in a storage man's cave, Barry Weiss and Kenny sit down with Brandy and the Dotsons to relive old times and find out where they've been and what they've been doing. Then we have Barry Weiss. Oh, okay, so the 9 o'clock is with Brandy. I'd love Brandy. She's been trying to contact me, by the way. I won't take her calls.
I doubt that.
I won't take her calls. I won't take her calls.
Maybe in her
In your
dreams.
sleep?
No.
Okay.
And then it says,
Maybe
welcome
in
back,
his dream, in his sleep,
Barry
yeah.
Pearls of Wisdom. Is 9:30. It has Kenny and Barry host Renee and Casey to get to the bottom of the luck versus skill debate. And Daryl stops by and reports his status on his huge oil painting score, and while teaching Barry the finer points of Sheets' strategy. I love this show. I realize it's not what we see is what you get, but it is entertaining, and that's what it's all about. It's about being entertained. So
Of course.
I'm definitely into
And it
watching
makes you
it.
appreciate what you have even more.
Some.
See?
Some, but I really think they're pretty cool. And I was telling these two that I was at I was picking up some stuff that I bought at an auction yesterday. I bought it online. It's the first time I've done their auctions online, and it's Fawn Stocks auctions. And I picked it up at this house, and the house was immaculate. I looked it up later. It was $700,000 to buy this house. Beautiful house. I've never seen a house that was that nice.
Well,
on
we
the
were
inside.
dreaming, Mike's going to live in the basement. Michael and I will live up top, and You know, it's like, well, where is he? Well, we have to decide what acre he's going to be in, and
You won't mind me. It's 8 acres.
that's true. Because by the time we get to 1 acre, you'll move to another.
I wouldn't mind even just having one of the garages. I mean, freaking A, it was a really nice place. It was
Sure,
definitely.
Tony wouldn't mind getting one of the places too.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, so. All right. So that's that. I don't even have a clock because I blew up my clock right before the show started.
8:18.
Yeah, I was just checking the time because I don't want to run out of time without getting this stuff for a change. I'd like to get to as much as I can get. All right. By the way, this picture here is me in my probably in 1986 or 7. And my mother actually took that picture.
Nice.
I told her what I wanted, and we knew where this Chuck E. Cheese wall was. We wanted to get it because we were in the Barking Rats, and he was a
Yeah.
rat. So we just found that entertaining. But that's a much younger me. Notice the hair. I had much more hair then. So it was fun.
I still love that jacket.
I haven't yet. I wish I had that T-shirt. That T-shirt was my Playboy Bunny T-shirt. I had one girlfriend that hated it, and I think she got rid of it. You know, you get what you get.
Now, you have to settle something. He doesn't believe that I dressed up like you for Halloween one year.
Please, what year? Which one?
I
Like
did.
every year she'd be like, "Can I borrow one of your jackets, one of your vests? Can I borrow your glasses this year?"
No, I never asked you for the glasses. It was always the jacket.
Whatever. It's either how you remember it or how I remember it, and it's my show. So
Yep. I had a
I
microphone,
probably
I
have.
had a-
If I look hard enough, I'll probably find pictures of it. But
Yeah, see, I told you.
Oh, big deal.
what? You want to dress like it? You want to dress like me too?
No, I'm okay.
I'm insulted now.
I mean, it's okay. I mean, you know, I'm all
I
right
think
with
I'll talk
it.
to you for the rest of the night.
I'm all right
It's
with
the
it.
same
I mean, you
video
know,
stopped and then comes right back on. It's really weird.
Where does it say it?
Mine comes up there. Now watch, it won't do it.
I don't know. I can't tell you because I didn't see it. I have to ask someone in the room if it's watchable or
I'm
not.
thinking it's maybe your connection. Like if it's raining or something outside.
It's not rain. It would be possibly the connection because Comcast sucks.
Well, I
So,
know that.
Okay, so mountain lion. Try it again. Mountain lion sightings put 2 Bay Area schools under lockdown. So what do you think? We don't have too many of those,
Nope.
but they do.
Ooh,
What are they doing to that thing?
sedating him?
Looks like they're going to put an MRI on it. Actually, Cheyenne sleeps like that sometimes. I wake up and I look over and she's sleeping like on her back, and it just is funny because, you know, I wouldn't think it would be comfortable for her, but I guess it is. So, but yeah, these it says here, you know, I mean, I'd be afraid of that. It'd be like, we have bears. We don't have mountain lion issues around here, but we have bear issues from time to time. People that live in.
Lions and tigers and bears.
Oh,
Oh, my.
So,
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
What?
Nothing.
I think he's jealous.
He is.
He's jealous because he doesn't have
Okay.
it. All right. It says
That's
a mountain
one
lion.
of my favorite movies. So
A mountain lion was that put 2 schools in the North Bay on lockdown Monday was tranquilized by the California Department of Fish and Wildlife. And it was under medical evaluation by experts on Tuesday after exhibiting behavior that was unusual for an adult cougar. Huh. They don't know cougars very well, do they? Multiple media outlets reported that. So I have a feeling that if you have a cougar, They're going to be hit, and they're hanging out at the high schools. You got to be
Yeah.
careful. Those cougars, they'll
Indecent-
get with
or what do they call it? Corruption minors?
might be. Well, no, that's only if they do it at a mine. Oh,
It's me. I'm a corruption of a minor.
You're just a corruption sweetheart.
Okay.
this inflatable protest pig returned to Harrisburg after 5 years.
What?
It's Harrisburg. It's breast awareness, breast cancer awareness month,
Yeah.
and the Capitol fountain is pink.
Yeah.
But that's not the only thing that was pink in Harrisburg on Monday. Activist Gene Stilp and his infamous inflatable pig were back on the steps of the Capitol. The pig has been in the poke for 5 years, Stilp said. He brought it out because he believes that Senate Republicans are wasting money in pursuit of an audit of the 2020 election. So now hopefully we'll see this pig. Let's see. Okay, we got this. There it is.
Oh.
A Republican fake audit waste tax payers. I can't speak today. So that's a really
So I wonder
strange
if this
thing.
was before or after Austin and Joy Forsyth were in town from the Duggars. They were in town for a wedding
If you
and
say so.
they had their pictures taken on the steps of the Capitol.
Oh, I don't know. They could be there at the same
Love
time.
your pictures taken at the state capitol?
I have.
I've had mine too.
Yeah, when I was in school.
When I was, yeah, exactly. When I was in, when I was in high school.
Yep, I was in 5th grade when I had it done.
Let me do it. Why won't you let me? Okay, fine. Yeah, it's just kind of cool that that they had that. So we got that.
They should have the whole barnyard there.
The PA Farm Show is hosting a Star Spangled Banner sing-off. It says submissions
So
from
why
now
aren't you
until
submitting?
November 5th. We all know our what our good things and our bad things are, and I don't feel like making a fool out of myself. So
You wouldn't be.
I
You
would.
performed in front of people.
The Star Spangled Banner is not an easy song to sing.
Well, I know that
Well, why would I want to make a fool out of myself?
because you're.
I've
a
never done it
professional.
before. Why would I do it again? So
I think you should.
no, I know what my limitations are, and I'm not going to try to look stupid. However, I do have.
I don't think you would be stupid.
If you know your limitations are that you can't sing it because the range is out of your range.
I mean, okay,
don't do
yeah,
it.
there
There's
are
no
things
reason.
that are out of your range, and I understand there, but I don't think. I mean, to give you a good example, Roseanne, I guess her name was Barr at the time.
Exactly why I wouldn't
you know,
do it.
I mean,
People like
you
that.
know, I mean, come on now,
That's-
and there's.
That's my point. Well, she didn't try to sound good.
Yeah, she
It's good she
stunk.
didn't.
I mean, she didn't try. She didn't care.
Well, she did care. She was making a point.
You know,
And,
I mean,
personally, that's not what I would do. But but we each have our own agenda, and I would rather do something that would benefit me and not be ridiculed. And that's what I'm going to do. But tomorrow, I have an interview with a potential manager for my music / acting / modeling career.
Okay.
Not as much modeling, but yeah, we're going to talk tomorrow, and we'll see what happens. I did a seminar this past weekend. It was turned out being about 16 hours.
Oh,
It was 2 days. It was 8 hours a day, but it was interesting. I learned a lot, and
that's something I think I wanted to do.
what's that?
Be an actor.
Well, when you going to start?
I don't have the money for it. I
You
mean,
don't
you
need
gotta.
money. Now, see, the thing is, to get started, you don't need money. You have to put yourself out there and get yourself some credit. Like I went out there and did this this pilot. I didn't get any money for that. I did it because I wanted to get a credit for it. I didn't do
Video?
that. I did make a nice nice payday for that video it was in, that 3-minute
Yeah.
video. I got paid pretty good for that. So there are jobs out there that you can, I mean, you can't get an agent if you don't have any credit. If you don't have a reel of any sort, you're not going to get, credit. And even the stuff I did, even though some of the stuff is submissible, most people in Hollywood could care less because I have very little stuff compared to what they're doing. But you got to get out there and you got to do things. There are places you can get acting stuff that you don't have to spend money on acting classes if you think you can do it. You can do it if you think you can do it and you're at least somewhat open-minded. You could probably do it. They take people of all sizes, all ranges, all looks. The reason I was able is I'm a niche. At this point, I'm either a father or a grandfather. So
Or an attorney.
or
A wealthy businessman,
I
that's
haven't
it.
been a wealthy businessman yet.
Oh, the one you went
Oh
bankrupt.
yeah. Well, I lost all my money, so I can't be wealthy. Anyway, if you want to do it, you got to do it. You just do it. You don't say I'm gonna do it. You do it. That's the first thing that DDP says is write your dreams down.
Yep.
Then you can be held accountable for them. And if you don't write them down, it's easy to say, "Oh, I'm gonna do it someday." Just got to do it. So that's what I'm doing. That's how I have done most of my life. When I wanted to do wrestling, I did wrestling.
Yep.
When I wanted to do play music, I played music. Most people, when I started playing music, said, "There's no way you're going to be good." They may be right. They may be wrong. I'm liking what I'm doing. So I'm the one that I'm pleasing. And if anybody else jumps on the bandwagon, congratulations. Take a ride with me. Anybody that doesn't like what I do, doesn't matter. And
Remember, that's why you're a groupie.
you got to understand something. All my life, I was told I can't do it. All my life, I was told, you can't sing, you can't play, you're not a musician, you can't act, you're not an actor, you can't do wrestling, you're not an athlete. I'm always told I can't do it. You know what?
You did.
I proved every one of them wrong. They may still think I can't do it if they saw what I did, but I don't care. I did it, and that's what it matters.
It's funny that you mentioned that because, with my job that I am in now, and besides the young lady sitting next to you, told me I can't do this. She's the one that turned around and said, "Yes, you can." I turned around and I proved to my first boss that was there that I can do this job, and I can do it very well. Well, my second boss came around, and he's trusting me to where he's actually leaving the store and leaving me in charge. And I have a young lady who is fairly new, and today I have a young lady that's fairly new. And I said to myself on Friday, or it was actually Tuesday when he left, I proved that I can do that. I can do it. I can, teach these people to, I have the strength enough, and I can do that to where, he's actually turned around and he thanked me several times. "Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you." He had to go to a different store yesterday, and I'm the one that was control of the store. And it's like, not a lot of people would go, and I'm fairly new to the store. So it's like he knew that I can control and do what I need to be done and know that whatever needed to be done. And it made me feel proud that I can do this. And I turned to myself, saying to myself, before I was doubting myself, saying, I can't do this.
Would you know where I learned that positivity from?
I know, from him.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, I turned it around from her, from you, saying, I can do this. And that's what I exactly did. I turned around and I said, I can do this. I had nobody walk out of the store except for the other day, and I knew they were only on a time schedule, and that's the only reason why they walked out. There was 4 people in line. We were taking care of them. I apologized to them. They all said that's okay. We made an average of $4 and some odd cents between us in that tip jar, and then that's not even including the tips that went on the credit cards.
See?
You know,
Your
and it was something that
positivity does
proved to
work.
me that we must have been doing something right if they're leaving cash tips.
Okay. Well,
You know, and it was like, something I proved to myself that I can do it, and I'm proud of myself.
and I'm telling you that if you want to be an actor,
And not just play
Do
one
it.
on TV.
Yeah.
you got to do it, but you have to invest in yourself. You have to invest in one of the sites or something so that you can have leads to do these things.
Right.
And you can do that if you want to do it. If you really want to do it, you can do it. And that, I mean, face it. Do I look like I'm going to be on a television show called 5 Guys a Week?
No.
No, I don't feel like I fit into that either. But
You gigolo.
hey, I'm going to be the troublemaker. That's all I care about. So, we'll see how that stuff works. But I'm learning a day at a time because I have no experience in that area. But I did okay with the acting I've done so far. Everybody's been happy, and actually, a lot of the time it went a lot quicker because I didn't think that was my best, but the director liked it. So, that's all that matters.
And
Of course, we shot that stupid dinner scene how many times? At least 3 times. But, the thing is, if you really want to do something... Did I put that in front of you?
no.
What happened?
Okay, slow enough. Okay, just checking. Wanted to make sure I didn't put the cap in. I just realized that I put that in front of you. It's just, if you want to do it, you can do it. If you really want to do it, if your heart is where you want...
I mean, how many times do we go over lines and things?
Oh, well, a lot.
We did.
And still I forgot a lot of the stuff. And that's not necessarily how it ended up being anyway, because we improv some of the stuff.
That's true.
That thing in the car where I hit the guy, or at the end of the car where I said, these damn Teslas, there's no way to tell if they're on or not when they're electric or something like that. I did that in improv. That was just, and he liked it, so he kept it. So, anything you want to do, if you put your mind to it, you can do it. And, I mean, geez, Josh Blue is an example of that. He's got cerebral palsy, and he's a comedian.
That's true.
And he's actually pretty darn funny. If you didn't see that special on YouTube, check it out. It's really, really good. And it's more than I would have expected to be funny. I mean, I expected him to be, he could be okay. He'll make fun of himself, and everybody will laugh uncomfortably. But actually, he made everybody laugh comfortably. So I feel that was pretty good. All right. Anyway, okay. The wealthiest 10% of Americans own a record of 89% of all U.S. stocks.
What? Okay.
The wealthiest 10% of Americans own a record of 89% of the stocks. That's really a lot of... That means only 10% or 11% of all stocks are owned by, let me see here, by 90% of Americans.
Jeez.
So 90% of the Americans only own 11% of the stocks. That's pretty sad. But, hey, it is what it is, but just kind of information that you would probably never hear anywhere but on this show. So, okay, so I found that interesting. Then, so did you hear about the McDonald's employee TikTok thing?
No.
Okay. Let me see how I can do this. That one was done. Okay, so McDonald's employee has TikTok shook after exposing this drive-through fact. Typically, a drive-through at a trip through McDonald's drive-through is experienced as a relatively private affair. You pull in, say a few words to the speaker, exchange money for a bag containing your order. Recently, a TikTok has caused customers to feel seen and not in an affirming way. A report by Australian media by 7 news. A TikTok user based in the UK shared a selfie video during their shift at McDonald's with a text that read, "The people that order don't know we can hear your conversations, even though we're not speaking to you or taking your order." Now think about that.
That's true.
You're in your car, you're talking to the person that's with you, and you find out that they are actually hearing your conversation because they're just sitting there waiting for you.
Michael, you and I
I've
both know
proven that several times because you can hear the actual you can hear the actual conversation, and they'll be it got me angry several times because they'll go, you'll go, "Welcome to McDonald's, how may I take your order?" And they'll go, "Just one moment, please." And then you hear them go, "Well, what would you like?" "Well, okay, what would you like?" And the worst part about it is that's not bad.
No.
When they actually do it, when they're okay, they're talking to you, and then they'll go, "Well, this one wants," and it's like, I mean, you're trying to get the order and everything, and and then they'll swear, and you'll think they're swearing at you.
The one thing I hate is when they wouldn't turn their music down and you had to listen over the radio.
Okay, so it says some responses to the post appeared to come from other employees who backed up the assertion. As a former fast food worker, I wrote, "I can 100% confirm that the instant you pull up to a speaker, it keys up the earpiece. When you hear people shouting at their kids, that's the best," another joked. A few others, however, piped in saying that the drive-thrus do not take photographs regardless of what you want to remember. Now, let me ask you, what about photographs? Does it take photographs?
No, it does not.
This one says that it does. That way you see who ordered what, like in which car. It says some people are shook. It says here, "I have now anxiety about going through McDonald's drive-thru." Great, one person wrote in the TikTok. Others expressed their dread words, "Oh no." Meanwhile, multiple people seemed to cling to the comfort of skepticism, asking if it was true. At least one viewer felt the surveillance constituted a violation of private policy, a privacy of the law. I'm pretty sure taking pics of people like that without their permission is illegal. That wasn't the only such post. It says here they're taking your pic. What? No? All caps. But basically, from what they're saying in this, they take pictures of the driver so to go with the order so that you know that that's the person that ordered that.
Well, the thing about it is as a consumer, you have to automatically assume that they're going to do this because they have cameras up, not only for security, but, so you can see how long the lines are, where you need more people, that kind of stuff, because they're always timed on this. So you just have to, when you go through a drive-through, you have to look at it as, okay, I'm going to be recorded whether I like it or not.
Sure.
If you don't like it,
in this day and
don't
age, we're on camera all the time and we don't even know it. So I don't have a problem with it, but then I don't really think there's anything I do that anybody cares about.
Well, that's like, I mean, when you're an employee of some place, they'll go, "Well, you realize you're on camera," or "Well, you're on camera." And I tell them the only place I'm not on camera is the bathroom, and I don't care. Why, they can watch me take a and I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, today there's no way to stop the cameras.
Nope.
I just want to see if this started the.
I mean, everybody's doing that.
Did it do it? No, it didn't do it. Damn it. Still not showing our video. Alright, so I got everyone but Twitter now working. If I could only get Twitter working and then work on the sound, all of a sudden I've got a sound issue. Alright. This is from a couple weeks ago, and it's coming to a situation. Train riders held up phones as a woman was being raped.
Oh.
And they didn't try to help.
Yeah, I read that.
Yeah, this is from a couple weeks ago. I want to know why. I mean, I realize that I'm trying to think what I would do if I saw a woman getting raped. I guess it depends how many of them there is. But I would probably want to get involved a little bit if there's not a bunch of them. Like if there's 6 of them and 1 of you,
No.
probably not getting involved. But if it's 1-to-1 or if there's 2 on my side, I would probably be ready to be involved.
Yeah, I mean, on a
Pro-
train like that, I would try to slip away and call.
Well,
No.
but they did nothing except watch.
That's
And
sad.
that's you know. But I don't want to be a star because I'm not really looking to, you know.
Right. You're not after the fame.
Well, the thing is, you don't know what they are going to do and what they have. They may have a gun. They may have a knife. You know, I'm not willing to put my life on the line.
Well, that's true. I understand that.
So that's, you know, that's just one of those things. I don't know. Now, I think you were part of this big thing here, the next article. 200 painted naked models descend on Dead Sea for a photo shoot. I think this is you right here.
No, I'm the one second from
Oh,
the left in the front row.
This one here?
Second from the left
From the left.
in the front
This
row.
one in the front row. Okay. 1, 2. That would be this one. That's a guy. This one might be you.
Yeah, that one's.
Although she has closer because of the hair.
I had my hair up, thank you.
Yeah. Anyway, some people, I wish I had that kind of confidence to be able to do this, but no, not going to be me. I'm not that comfortable with my body. But these, oh man, these people are like really into this stuff. But it says here, an American artist is photographing hundreds of nudes at Israel's Dead Sea to highlight the sinking water levels. Spencer Tunick, who has photographed naked models at landmarks such as Sydney Opera House and a glacier in Switzerland, returned to the Dead Sea on Sunday for the 3rd time to photograph 200 naked people coated in white paint. So, you know, whatever. Whatever people want to do. I just think it's really funny. But I don't see how that guy's art is going to help the Dead Sea.
They all look dead anyway.
Well, that's probably the point. I don't know. I'm here to raise awareness of the receding waters of the Dead Sea to bring attention. So, I don't know. Everybody has their agenda.
What means something to you could mean something different to somebody else.
Yeah. I think it's interesting, but not interesting enough that I would do it or be a part of it in any way. And I don't even think I'd want to take pictures. I don't need to see that much flesh, even though they're painted. So yeah, I found that interesting. This is bizarre. I can't even fathom. Father suspected of burning his daughters and grandchildren alive over a marriage feud.
That's just.
Can you imagine?
No.
I mean, why don't you just leave? I mean, why would you have to kill? If you really cared about your family, I mean, it wasn't in the United States, by the way. This was in, I forget where it was. It was, hello, how are you? Babes of the 90s.
Too
I
young
should
for
probably,
you.
Babes of the 90s?
Too young for you.
She has to be like, not that much young. How old do you think I was in the 90s?
Yeah, but those are 90s now. They're too young for you.
I would be dating them at their current age, which would be around my age. Kind of. Anyway, it's in
Sort of
Pakistan.
maybe.
Pakistan. A father in Pakistan is suspected of killing his 2 daughters and 4 children by setting their house ablaze because one of the women married against his wishes. Can you imagine? You married someone I didn't approve of. Boom.
Hey, I've had that.
your house wasn't burned and you
That's
weren't
true.
killed.
That's true.
This is taken to a extreme. This is really extreme. And not only that, we got some other stuff from the weird area of Pakistan. Those people out there are nuts. I mean, I just can't even fathom. If they believe in God or superior or higher power, what higher power would say, hey, just kill them, just burn their house, burn them to death? I can't fathom that.
Well, we kind of had something like that here recently that was local. The one apartment that it was above one of the stores down close to my house, the grandfather killed, he committed arson and ended up killing, I think it was his son and his grandchildren and himself.
Did he try to, and himself? Good, at least it killed himself.
Yeah.
Damn. I just can't imagine. And then, okay, so we'll talk about, since we're already in Pakistan, let's talk about Iran while we're at. A gay Iranian man dead in alleged honor killing. The people killed, he was 20 years old and he was beheaded because he was gay.
I don't get it.
I
don't get it either.
I will
This is-
never
In
understand.
today's society, we should be accepting everybody.
That's the United States. This is Iran.
Now
Iran so far away.
that's just what I was thinking.
I just am really, I don't know. I just think at some point you have to sit back and say, okay, what does him being gay mean to me? And the answer is nothing.
Exactly.
So I just can't understand, and I really am saddened by this kind of thing. He was beheaded. He didn't just get killed. He was beheaded. They were serious about this. Man, I just... And then,
Oh no.
an Iranian girl,
And then how much would you pay?
13,
Oh no.
was killed by her father. She was
For
beheaded by her father in an honor killing as she slept. I forget what she did. Hold on. All these people in a row went. I would not live in Iran for all the money in the world because they were beheaded. But she. Hold on, I gotta put this through here. Anyway, what happened here? Didn't want that to happen. 13, and her dad killed her, cut her head off.
it's
while
almost like she's not a virgin.
while
so
she was asleep. He didn't even have the balls to do it while she was awake, prompting an outcry.
she probably would kick his ass.
She was killed as punishment for running away with a 34-year-old man from her home in Talesh.
Oh,
No wonder she ran away. Her dad's a maniac. The teen fell in love with the older man, and her father opposed their relationship, and she eloped with him. Both families called the authorities to have them brought home, despite the teen warning that that would put her in danger. And she was located 5 days later with her lover and handed over to her father, as required by Islamic Republic law. While she slept in the family room, her dad beheaded her with a sickle. She was much better off with the older guy. I just don't get it. I would not be able to kill my own people. I mean, geez, she's your own flesh and blood.
I know. But then who knows? Maybe the father will plead temporary insanity.
They don't have the same laws as we do.
I know
They're
going to
get away
you
with
never
it.
know.
There's nothing illegal to what he did, and there's probably nothing illegal to that poor gay guy, his beheading. It's just unreal. I don't know.
It just makes us appreciate the United States all the more.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. All right. This is kind of weird. Well, not as much as you might think, but not as some of the weird ones. Nobody's beheaded in this one. Saving our legacy at the Lincoln Cemetery coming to a halt until 2022.
Oh boy.
Well, this isn't bad. This is just it's just, I guess, informative more than anything. So, wait a minute. Oh, come on. Oh, jeez. I don't want you to do that. It says here, an effort to save at-risk historically black cemetery is coming to a halt until 2022. Since June 2021, Saving Our Ancestors Legacy, SOAL, has been working diligently to improve the cemetery after discovering human bones toppled over grave markers and overall disturbed grave sites.
Wow.
So, yeah, that would be a little disturbing to see their bones and stuff. According to the founder, it's getting colder outside. The lower temperatures are making it harder to keep up with this project. You can't do a lot of headstone clearing during the wintertime because you can't use it when the product is going to freeze on a stone. Williams has been traveling from Buffalo, New York to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania this past summer to restore the historic cemetery. We spent over $10,000 this summer coming back and forth with hotel rooms and rental vehicles and everything else. Cleaning supplies are costly, so after Sunday, Williams will be taking a deeper dive into the burial records at Lincoln Cemetery. I'll tell you, one of the cemeteries that's really cool is the one up in Harrisburg, the military cemetery.
Mm-hmm.
The old military. That was just a really cool place. I'm not into cemeteries per se, but I like the artistic, the
Architecture.
architecture. Yeah, and that place has a lot of architecture.
Well, that's what I had said to him when we were in Connecticut. You know, just the way the stones were built, and you wonder how much a stone like that would cost now versus what it was when it was erected.
Well, I can tell you
A lot.
a little bit because we're looking at getting a stone for my mother,
Mm-hmm.
father, grandmother, and grandfather.
Okay.
So we are looking at that kind of stuff over we're not going to start again until January, but we're going to look because we didn't want to do it. We wanted to pay off the
Right.
funeral thing, and so we're going to look into that. We'll be able to tell you next year. It's probably not cheap, and I'm pretty sure it's not cheap.
What what you're looking to have put on it, the material it's made out of.
Yeah, well, we want to give. I mean, all Dad has is a thing from the government that says he was in the Navy and that. And you can't ever see it because it's always covered up by grass. We want something that's a little bit better than that.
Well, that's why when we were in Connecticut with his grandparents, he cleaned their footstones up because that cemetery you got your footstones with the burial, but they had to pay for a headstone. So he makes sure that we're going to do this every year. We're going to make sure that the footstones are always clear so you can read them.
That was a good cartoon.
What?
The Footstones. Barney and
Fred and Wilma and Betty. Oh,
yeah, I think it was Fred Footstone. All right, so this, as I mentioned earlier today, we haven't experienced an inflation rate like this in a long time. A lot of this is due to COVID and businesses having to shut down and everybody having to make money while they couldn't work, and so our inflation rate is really, really bad. It says it'll improve the second half of 2022, but even Tesla raised the prices of the Model S's and the Model X's by $5,000. Now that's not going to affect me because I already have my order in. But
Right.
if I change anything on my order, I'll have to pay the $5,000. So I got to stick to my original order, or else it'll go up $5,000. Kind of sucky.
Yeah.
So I got to stick with. Well, I mean, I don't know what else I could have ordered other than I could switch to the faster model, but everything I wanted is pretty much in there. Did you know?
Is there anything you didn't want in? I mean, that you
I
already didn't get?
didn't get the speed because I wanted the length. You either have the with a Model X, you either get the faster car or the further car. I want the further car because I need distance. And I really have only used the fast thing to show off with people when people want to know what it's like.
Yeah, we don't need to know.
And for the most part, I don't care because I don't drive that way anyway. So the amount of times I've used that is very few because I don't have that many friends. So, first planet was. What do you look at it there for that?
You don't have many friends?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
I looked at him that way too.
I'm hurt. I'm hurt.
Why? I said I
Don't have that many friends.
Did I?
You
Okay.
have more friends than you realize.
Yeah, I think
Well,
you
I didn't
yeah.
see anybody help me with the paying of my mom's stuff, so I have no friends or very few friends. And I didn't say, by the way, that you were not a friend. I said I don't have that many friends.
Okay.
So don't take it personally. I didn't mean to hurt your pussy, but you know,
Hey! This is a PG show.
Bullshit.
pussycat.
Yeah, okay.
You cut me off before I said cat.
Yeah, sure.
Bullshit.
Anyway, did you know there was a new planet found outside of our galaxy?
Oh, no, I didn't.
I bet you
I was
did.
going to say something smart, but I'll be quiet.
Well, according to the BBC, signs of a first planet found outside of our galaxy. And it's kind of cool because, you know, the finding comes from observation from an X-ray binary, a neutral star or black hole pulling in gas from a companion star. Astronomers have found hints of what could be the first planet ever to be discovered outside our galaxy. Nearly 5,000 exoplanets, worlds orbiting stars beyond our sun, have been found so far, but all these have been located within the Milky Way. The possible Saturn-sized planet discovered by NASA's Chandra X-ray telescope is the Messier 51 galaxy. It's located some 28 million light years
Is that
away
what they
from
call Area 51?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, Area 51 is
Okay.
in Nevada. It says here this is located 28 million light years from the Milky Way.
Wow.
So chances are we're never going to see it, but it's kind of cool. So I don't know. I just would love to see that there's life other than us. You know, we're being told by some people there are, and we're being told by some people there aren't, and some people say, you know, you must be pretty shallow if you think you're the only life. I don't know. I don't know if we are or not.
Well, if you like working Mindy.
Yeah. Okay, is this going to post, or is this just going to sit here and churn away? Okay, let's duplicate this. I don't know why it's not working. Okay, what's going on with you? Facebook's acting weird.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's been doing that for me too. I've had to start over a couple of times.
Yeah. All right. Okay, now. Next story is... Okay. This is about as bizarre as it gets, and I still can't understand how this could happen, but a 9-year-old boy's remains were found inside a home along with abandoned kids.
Ooh.
Now, this is such a strange story because why are the parents not, neither parent in it? Somebody has to know these kids are in this house, right? Well, the sad part is that not only do they apparently, I don't understand because I read the article and it doesn't make sense to me how this could even happen. 9-year-old boy's remains found in home with abandoned siblings. Death rolled homicide. So here we have a 9-year-old. They're overlooked by a 15-year-old. It says one of the children, a 15-year-old, called the authorities and said his 9-year-old brother had been dead for a year, and his body was in the room next to his. I guess you'd be afraid if you're a 15-year-old. You'd be afraid you have to be going into foster homes.
Yeah.
But how did they get this house to begin with? Where are the parents? So the Harris County Medical Examiner's Office said the boy's manner of death was homicide. So does that homicide mean someone killed him, right?
Yes.
Okay. So someone killed him. The 15-year-old and the other two children, boys under the age of 10, were found home alone on Sunday.
Wow.
Both younger kids apparently malnourished and showed signs of physical injury. So who is beating up on them? That's my question. But the deputies found skeletal remains of a small child. All three children were taken to the hospital. Their conditions were not released. The authorities believe the parents hadn't lived in the home for several months. So if you're the parents, why would you be leaving your children alone? Because you know that's going to catch up to you sometime.
Well, they probably thought the 15-year-old was a babysitter.
Well, that's for over a year?
I know.
Or no, it says over several months. The children's mother and her boyfriend were found late Sunday night and have been interviewed and released. The investigation's ongoing, adding no charges have been filed.
Wow.
So I'd like to know, like, is that mother that irresponsible that she left her kids alone
I know.
to be with her boyfriend, and where's the father? So I mean,
Well, maybe she doesn't know who the father was.
well, that's one possibility, but the weird thing about it is that a mother would leave her kids alone. That just
Yeah. No.
blows me away. I cannot imagine anyone doing that.
Around here, they'd call Child Protective Services on your ass.
Well, but something. I mean, that's just really. I mean, I just can't imagine. And that's Texas. So you would imagine that there would be, I don't know. There's a shooting in Boise, Idaho mall. It says 2 people were killed and 4 were injured during a shooting at the mall. The suspect, who was apprehended at the scene, was hospitalized and is in critical condition.
Well, you know why that happened, don't you? Because of the one at Lancaster, or down at
I
Park
was just
City.
going to say, what about the one in Lancaster Mall?
Well, I don't think they have to do with another.
Well, he probably heard all the publicity that one's getting, so he had to do it down there.
I don't know. I just can't even.
I don't understand. I don't understand why this all happens. It's mind-boggling.
I do. A lot of it's probably drugs.
I don't. Well,
You
let's
know,
see if it
teenage
says.
kids getting drugs and
It says here, Police Chief Ryan Lee said that the police responded to reports of shots fired at the Boise Town Square. Upon arriving, they found someone matching the suspect's description and exchanged fire, resulting in the injury of an officer and the suspect's arrest. I just, this whole thing is so. I just would never think about shooting someone, and I see all these things where people are shooting people and beheading people, and
that's crazy.
it's like, where's it end?
Sick.
Never should there have been, or never should one have to, or does one expect that they're saying goodbye to a loved one who's headed to work, who's headed out to shop, that they'll have a call that like they did today. Countless people find themselves in a situation that they never would have or should have expected. So, just a shame. So, I don't know. I just think the world's going crazy.
Of course. And they'll blame it on the pandemic.
What do you mean it's gone? I think it's already been crazy.
This is interesting. Joe Biden's approval rating is worse than every recent president except one.
Oh
Who do you think the one is?
no.
I didn't read this, so I'm not sure. Let's see. Well, Biden, the Gallup poll reading says that he has a 42% 272 days into his presidency. Donald Trump had 37%, 283 days into his presidency. So yeah, Trump would be the other one. And the other one that is close is Obama.
Wow.
He had 52%, 271 days.
Well, look who he followed. Look who Obama's vice president was. Okay, so, you know.
It says here Jimmy Carter had a 54%, Ronald Reagan had a 53%, George H.W. Bush had 70%. I'm really surprised about that. George W. Bush had 88%. I must have been somewhere out of the country at that point because I really hated H.W. Bush, and I really which one's H.W.
George Jr. is H.W.
H.W. Yeah, I really hated him. I really hated him. George W. Bush, I didn't have any problems with. H.W. Bush, I had lots of problems with.
Oh, yeah.
And Bill Clinton at 47%. So it looks like Republicans were scored higher for the most part. Although that not much. So I don't know. Both Bushes had hugely high ratings at this stage of the presidency, thanks to external events. George W., he was still in the stratosphere in the wake of the September 11th attacks. For George H., see, you had it backwards. I think H.W. was the old man, was the father. So H.W. had 70%. See, George W. Bush, 88%. I can't believe that a lot of people, I couldn't stand him. Every time he said a speech, I was cringing because he sounded so.
I always turned the channel.
Oh, but I had to know how bad it was going to be, so I'd listen. But it was just really, he made it sound horrible.
So we're saying George W. Bush was the father.
No, H.W.
was the
father.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm dyslexic.
Well, it doesn't matter. I hated both of them. Well, the one I hated.
I liked the father. I didn't like the son.
The son was just.
I think the son was the father was out to clean up the country. The son was basically out for money, and that's all. I'm sorry.
Did you watch the movie they made about him?
No, I did not.
I loved the movie because it really showed a different side of him that I'm surprised it was aired. I was surprised that they aired that because it was really bad.
I like I said, I was not happy with the son. I mean, I thought he was going to do more than he did, and he didn't.
Oh no, he was too busy.
He was out for money, and it was like, okay,
I don't know. I can't imagine that Biden. I would tell you that if they ran the election today, Trump
would win hands down. Oh yeah, hands down.
People do not like him. I do not like Biden, and he's not.
I think the majority of the people that voted for him do not like him at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand people lie to get into office, but there is a majority of the stuff that most of the presidents do that they can do when they're in office, and he is one of them that has not really done a lot to well in office.
Well, he made a lot of fuss over the COVID stuff while Trump was in office, and once he got the office, he failed miserably to follow up, and he found out his way of doing things was not any better than Trump's, and so I don't know.
Yeah, it would I mean, I think he makes me laugh because President Trump got the COVID, and then he was like, oh, he laughs and everything, and it's like when President Trump was about to leave, he makes it sound like he was about to get another stimulus check out there, and then who got the credit for it?
Oh yeah,
Biden got the credit for it because he was in office while that went approved. He hasn't technically. Has Biden given us a stimulus check?
Probably, but it was It
For
was,
if you have
there were
children,
several-
yes.
there
Well,
were
yeah,
several-
if you have children.
but it cost several $1 trillion.
Yeah.
You know, the thing is, he's not helping the economy. How many people do you think? How many Americans do you think are still in Afghanistan?
Oh. Do you mean military?
No, I said Americans.
Probably like 300,000. Who
Okay.
knows?
I have no idea. I couldn't even take a guess. I don't
Well-
even know.
We were told that all the Americans were out, right?
Oh, good.
We were told that.
Yeah.
We were
That's
told
not
that,
true.
but that's one of the probably a bullshit story.
There were 450 Americans still,
Wow.
at least, in Afghanistan, and they're trapped. They can't get out.
Ugh. That's just not right.
Well, again, it's a Biden thing.
Yep.
Biden pulled out, and there's the number's higher than what the State Department had said last week. It says here, last week they said 200, so they said 450 this week. The Pentagon said Tuesday nearly 450 American citizens are still in Afghanistan following August's withdrawal. And it says the latest tally came from the under the Secretary of Defense, Colin Kahl, and after Senator Jim Inhofe pointed out what he believed to were contradictory or at least confusing numbers that the administration has presented since August 31st withdrawal. It's such a mess because my sister does these packages for people that are in the military
Right.
and sends them out, and they have a little network of people that tell you what's going on out there, and it's just scary. You know, they didn't do this right. If they should have done it a lot slower than they did it, and they just pulled out real quickly, and a lot of people got hurt and killed, and we still got a lot of people there. So,
Just let them come home.
thank you, Mr. Biden. All right, should I do this? These two. Trying to see here what I got.
Oh, I saw something. Let's see if I can find it. Hershey Park had a special visitor over the weekend.
Santa Claus?
No,
Right.
James McAvoy. I think that's what his name is. Yeah,
Huh.
from the X-Men.
Yeah, I was going to say he's from the X-Men. Okay, that's cool. What was he there for? Visiting for what? Why?
It just says he was there.
See, I can't read the.
Praises great coasters.
I can't. See, I don't have Penn Live. I don't pay for Penn Live.
Well, I don't either.
So they block me out every so many articles.
Ugh.
So a lot of the times when you give me that, I look for
Yeah.
another link that has it that isn't them. Just when you think you saw it all. Woman charged for abusing corpse of a child, authorities said. Now, it's one thing to abuse your child while he's alive. It just seems kind of pointless to abuse him. Okay, is it going to let me? Oh, it did share it. Okay. Thank you for sharing. Are you going to work? What's going on? I don't think you're going to work. I don't trust you. Let me see if it did it or not. No, it didn't do it there. Okay, the last one that we have there. I hope I don't go up to a pile somewhere. You never know. Hey,
She's
there's-
getting better though, isn't she?
Just when I think she's getting better. Okay.
Well, I think she has a more of a playfulness, and I don't think she's used to a home. I mean, look how long she's been in
Yeah.
captivation for a while, and there they probably let her play. They did all that stuff, and she didn't have to, technically follow rules or
Well,
whatever.
she
And
probably
now
wasn't
right,
able to get
and
out
now
of the cage.
now you come into a home that you got to follow rules, and I mean, I'm not saying she's not a nice dog, but it's like, okay, it's like somebody's in jail, they got to follow rules. Now they're out of jail, they're gonna go wild, because
she's-
hey, I'm out of jail, I don't have to listen to anybody now.
Well, I'm sure that she's just pushing to find out how far she can push too.
Oh
for
yeah,
some of the things, because really overall she's a really good dog, but she does have some things that tend to be very difficult to deal with. But I'm not ready to give up on her yet, but she's overall pretty darn good. So, all right, state police collect over $25 million in illegal drugs. Let's see here. This is Pennsylvania, I think. Is this it? Yeah, Harrisburg. State police in Pennsylvania have seized $25 million in illegal drugs in the third quarter of 2021. That's from July to September. Troopers confiscated $25 million, $60,709. Wonder how they get that exact number.
Probably
worth of
take
drugs.
whatever weight they have and multiply it by the going rate.
This includes cocaine, heroin, fentanyl, methamphetamine, and other drugs.
you sound like you know all about that, Trish.
No.
Wow, this is actually...
It's just common sense.
Okay, so of cocaine, it was 313 pounds. Crack cocaine, only 2 pounds. Wow, 2 pounds of crack cocaine. We should play a new game. How much is that worth? How much is the street value of that worth? Anybody
I would
know?
lose.
Go ahead, just pick a number. 2 pounds of crack cocaine.
Probably 200,000.
What's your guess?
I'll say 400,000. I'll double
Well,
it.
you win by the, well, actually both lose by Price is
Going
Right
over.
rules, but you're closest.
Oh,
It's only 34,000. Heroin, 9 pounds, 10 pounds of heroin.
Yeah, well, see, I can see here.
Well, don't look.
Oh.
We'll have to pick another one.
Cheater,
Fentanyl.
cheater.
Fentanyl, 176 pounds of fentanyl.
176,000.
Okay. What do you say?
200,000.
2,814,000.
Damn.
Wow.
LSD, 125 doses of LSD.
That's got to be at least $1 million.
250,000.
2,500.
Oh,
You
shit.
guys, I'm not going to you guys for drugs.
Whoa!
You guys
Shit.
are really expensive for your
I'll
drugs.
tell you what, I ain't doing great.
How about marijuana liquid THC, 787 pints?
Well, let's see. What did we buy that at Turkey Hill or Rutterswood?
You didn't buy liquid. You didn't buy THC
No, that's true.
unless that's a special Rudders.
$50.
787 pints.
$787.
Wow, you're cheap.
Yeah, I know.
You have
I've
a
been
guess?
told that.
200,000.
5,277,000. You guys are cheap. I want to buy from you for those. I won't buy any LSD from you, but I'm going to buy that.
That just goes to show that we don't know what
15,
we're talking about.
15 pounds of marijuana THC solid. I don't know what the difference is. 15
Well, it
pounds.
goes to show you that basically we're not, if someone would come to us and say, listen, how much cocaine do you want? Or like,
Well, I think I'm safe by saying Trash Talking Radio doesn't know much about drugs.
Yes.
yes, that is definitely true. Yes.
15 pounds of solid THC. I don't know what.
So that means ice, because you just asked
Ice?
before. Well, see, you asked before, you said THC liquid. Now you're saying solid, so that must mean like ice form.
I don't know. I don't know what solid means. I don't know anything about this
And you
stuff.
said the other one was how much?
The liquid was 788 pints and was 5 million.
I'm gonna say
This is 15 pounds.
I'm gonna say 2.5 million.
Okay, you got a guess?
I'll go one, 2.5 million. I'll go 1
Boy, I'm
million.
not going to buy that from you guys. That's only 75,000. See, this is a good game because
This is why we're not doing
this is a good game because you're so far off one way or the other that you've proven to me you don't know anything about drugs.
exactly.
How about marijuana plants? 507 plants.
507 plants of marijuana.
Yep.
Wait a minute, I need my calculator for this one.
I can't believe.
1.5 million.
I like that you guys don't have any clue.
1.5 million.
Okay. What do you guess?
I'm getting there. Hold on. 507 plants.
507 plants. You didn't have any numbers so far.
Damn, why isn't this working?
Not
Turn your
supposed
num
to.
lock on. See if she comes close. Well, we still don't have anything.
Dear,
You don't
just
even know how
give
to
it
use
up.
your computer. What are you
Just
doing?
give it up, dear.
She wants to. Okay.
25,350.
And what would you say?
I think I said 1.5 million.
All right, I'm going to buy it from you. 507 plants is 83,655. So we'd make a lot of money off of her. Let's say processed. I don't know what this means. Processed marijuana. 1,571 pounds. How much is that worth? 1,571 pounds.
Processed marijuana?
Processed marijuana.
No, that's too much.
500,000.
And what's your number?
100,000.
The answer is 4,700,000.
Oh, damn.
You guys really don't. You're as clueless as I am on this.
Well,
stuff.
that's a good thing.
I wouldn't know this stuff. And when it says, how about methamphetamine? Let's go to the category is methamphetamine. The amount is 71 pounds.
71 pounds?
50,000.
No. 50 pounds. You're talking at least...
No, 71 pounds.
Huh?
71.
71 pounds.
71 pounds.
It's almost, I would think he'd know, the way he's acting like that.
You're talking 100,000.
The answer is, what'd you say?
50,000.
Well, you win because, I'm buying it from her, but you win because it's 710,000.
Wow.
But I would buy
In
it.
other words, what it is 1,000 a pound.
Basically, yeah, that's it.
1,000
Wow.
a pound.
This is freaking amazing to me. Can you imagine? What I say? How much? Oh, they did $25 million. $25 million of drugs. And let's see. Here's the next one. Ecstasy.
Oh, shit.
How much?
3/4 of a pound.
Oh, shit.
7,500.
No. 15,000.
You said 15,000. You said
7,500.
she wins, but she's expensive. $2,475.
Wow.
That's for not even a pound. That's for 3/4 of a pound.
And to think that these kids are getting a hold of this stuff.
Somehow,
Where are they getting the money?
well, they're killing people and taking their money, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's say MDMA pills, 738
What are
pills.
they?
The MDMA is ecstasy as well, but it says MDA pills, so that's another category. 738 pills.
It's probably about $5,000.
Okay.
I'll go $7,000.
You're closer, so I'd buy it from you. It's 11 grand.
Oh.
This kind of stuff is just blowing me away. I'm just looking at these prices and I'm thinking, wow, where are these people coming up with this kind of money? These kids or whatever that buy this stuff, I don't know. How could you?
You know where they're probably coming up with it? They probably buy smaller amounts sell it, and then get the higher amounts.
That's just crazy.
I
It should, if it's illegal, it shouldn't be
$25 million worth of
Wow.
drugs. That's just unreal. All right, let's see. All right, a gunman. Do you remember a couple years ago down in Maryland, there was a gunman that walked into a publishing a newspaper.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
that guy got 5 life prison terms.
Oh my gosh.
Maryland newspaper gunman gets 5 lifetime prison terms.
Well, you can say there goes half of his 9 lives.
Well, he deserves to be
Yeah.
killed. I personally would rather see him get killed, because if you're going to take someone's life, your life should be taken too. But that's just me. I just think that it's a shame because, I was talking to my sister about this today. That when you have a situation like this person got up in the morning, got dressed, and went to work, and didn't expect to not come home.
That's true.
I thought about that. We were talking about my dad, because my dad got up, got his stuff, went to work, and then died at work and never came home. My cousin, that day he died, he got up, went to a party, was drunk out of his mind, and drove and died. Never came home. That's the true reality of everything, is that we never know when our number's called.
That's true.
And you never know if you're ever going to see your loved one again.
That's true.
You may leave the house, and he may be at the subway, and somebody's got a hair up there and wants to kill somebody, and comes in and shoots him because he gave them the wrong kind of cheese on their sandwich.
He keeps pushing American when they ask for provolone.
Well, yeah, or something like that.
Sweetheart.
Yeah. Okay.
But we just don't know when our time's up, and this person took
But
people
the other thing that I've
away.
always wondered on something like this, okay, you only have 1 life. So how could you have 5 life terms?
Because they figure the average of a person's life would be whatever, 60 years or whatever it is, and they just want to show them that, because they want to make sure they don't get out.
Okay.
So if the person lives to be 75 and tries to get out, you've killed 5 people, you have 5 life sentences, you're not going to get out. But if you had 1 person that you killed, you might get out at 75 with good behavior and all that stuff. So, it just is to.
I thought maybe he thought he was a cat and had 9 lives.
Well, I feel like I'm a cat because I've taken a few of my lives out. So, we don't know what's going to happen next, but what the heck? Man opened fire at a Kroger. We don't have Kroger's up here, do we?
No, Maryland's the closest.
Okay.
No.
He had been fired in
Kroger
Tennessee.
is now Turkey Hill.
Oh, is it?
I
Yes.
didn't know that.
Yes,
I didn't know that either.
Kroger is now Turkey Hill. They don't
See, every
advertise.
time I see a Kroger invoice, I should. Never mind.
Anyway, this was in
Yes,
Tennessee.
it's Turkey Hill.
This was in Tennessee. This guy opened fire in Tennessee Kroger. He was asked to leave his job that morning. Guess what? If I fire someone, I'm taking the rest of the day off. Oh, man. How many times do you think that happens, that someone gets fired and they come back and kill someone for that?
A lot.
Wow.
A lot.
Oh.
I believe in just retiring early when someone wants to fire me. What do you got?
Turkey Hill has been owned by Kroger since 1985.
I thought they were bought out by...
No.
That's what it
This
says.
is saying.
That's what it says.
Turkey Hill mini markets was taken over.
But it says here...
The company, which is headquartered in Conestoga, Pennsylvania, has been owned by Kroger since 1985.
See, I thought there was a... They
There
must have
was a
sold some...
takeover. I used to work for Turkey
Well,
Hill.
it says it right here.
Well, they're lying to you.
They may be,
Okay.
but
See, not everything on the internet's true.
Well, he's on the internet, so he
I-
can't be telling the
I'm
truth
telling,
either.
I'm telling you.
That's true.
But anyway, it's kind of sad because he was only
Okay. Until it was sold to private equity firm Peak Rock Capital in 2019.
Oh! Oh!
I didn't look at the Wikipedia one, okay?
that'll teach you. Anyway,
It's just like Clint Eastwood dying.
which time?
Exactly.
The shooter identified by
The thing with it is,
by the
though, I do
police.
have to say, their ice cream part of it, they did not buy.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it's still owned by the regular company.
All right.
But Turkey Hill,
Anyway, this guy identified as the 29-year-old UK Thang from Collierville. That was the summer of 2020. He shot 10 employees and 5 customers. Of those wounded, 4 victims remain at the Regional 1 hospital in Memphis in stable condition. The shooter was found dead.
Jeez.
All because he got fired. I think nobody should be fired. That would be solving that issue. Okay, FBI data shows, are there more or less murders in 2020?
Then 2021,
Or 2019? Either one.
I'm going to say there are less.
You? Are there less or more murders in 2020 than 2019 or 2021? I don't know if 2021 is included. I'm not sure.
I think
I'll
there's
say
less.
more.
Okay, so one of you's got to win. The answer is data shows surge in murders in 2020. More than 21,500 murders were reported last year, according to the FBI's annual. Okay, so it rose by 30%.
Wow.
That's because everybody had to live together,
Yeah.
and that would, I would imagine, would have caused problems. The total was up from 16,669 in 2019, one of the sharpest increases in several years. The national homicide rate, 6.5 per 100,000 people, is still lower than it was in the 1990s. So it's still lower than the 1990s, but it was
Wow.
increased by a lot.
I do apologize to you, Trish. I was thinking EG. EG owned the markets, and then they sold it to Kroger.
You say that's what I thought.
I know we're going on something else
That's
now.
what I
Shut up,
thought.
Ray. Yes, I realized.
I was sure
I
that was
was
right.
looking. I was thinking of the other company because and this is a known factor. When the Kroger bought them, they were under the. They did not want the ice cream. That is why you still
You know what?
see
I would think that
Turkey Hill. I know. That is why you still see Turkey Hill and not Kroger markets. They bought the name of the Turkey Hill, but when they bought it, they told EG they would not change anything for, I believe, 2 years.
Wow.
And then there's the 2020 is when they came and they started changing everything, which is, like I said, they started changing. I think they gave a higher percent of started rate than EG, and they gave everything. I think they're opening more either opening more stores or what do you call it? I can't even think of the name now. When you remodel more stores, and I think when they remodel them, they're actually following quote unquote everybody else and having beer and stuff in the store.
I think that's where the Nightmare on Elm Street came from.
Probably.
Yeah.
Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean that's the whole.
Yeah, I
I
can
mean,
see that
and the
coming.
only reason why I know that is I basically, I worked for him, and that's how I know. And we were working under Kroger, but it was one of those silent things until they said they would not change anything for 2 years, and then after the 2 years, they were allowed to change anything they wanted.
Okay,
Wow.
so now we're on to a category we haven't spent much time on lately.
Tesla.
Tesla. Well, actually, it's now just cars,
Okay.
but mostly electric. But it'll have other cars too. GM is going to boost their EV profile with charging stations. How many you think they're going to up the charging stations?
3 million.
I'll go lower and go 2 million. I don't know.
Well, you're both wrong, but 40,000
Oh.
across U.S. and Canada. Now, keep in mind that the leader is still Tesla by a bunch. So even if they do 40,000, they're going to be behind. And, of course, once Tesla opens up their charging stations to everybody, again, Tesla stock should go through the roof.
That's true.
Because they're going to be making real money off the other people, and they'll be making basically some money off of us. So it's kind of cool. But it's a big. They're doing $750 million commitment for this. So they're trying to, it says here the announcement comes in months before the number one U.S. car maker said it had signed agreements with companies to offer its customers access to nearly 60,000 charging stations across the same regions. So that's. Why don't we see how many charging stations does Tesla have? I don't know the answer to this, so right now they have 23,277.
Wow. I was going to say about 25,000.
So that's. And
I
so,
want to know when we're going to see, more charging stations on the turnpikes.
well, they are now. There
You just
weren't
have to
any
look
for
for 'em.
there weren't any for a long time, but I saw one. Well, we saw one in Allentown area. I saw them going to Philly, or they're going to Philly and from Philly. So they are actually working on that. So that makes me happy because now I don't have to fill as much if I do the New Jersey trip.
Right.
I don't have to fill to 240. I can fill to, just take 15 minutes and fill it, and then stop out at that rest stop and fill another 15 minutes and use the bathroom there.
Yeah, anything's better than waiting forever.
Well, you don't want to use the problem with the one in New Jersey is that there's really nothing to do while you're sitting there waiting.
Right.
So 15 minutes is a lot better than having to wait. Of course, when I get the faster charger, my new car will charge faster than my old car.
That
So-
one in New York that we stopped on, that restaurant, that was neat. That was, at least it was something that we can get dinner. Or
Well, yeah, but it's not all. A lot of them are like that, but there's some like the one in New Jersey. You have one choice of a place you can eat in that area,
Right.
or you can go to the grocery store on the other side. But it's not. You don't have that choice of.
They're not all like that, though.
Yeah, and it'll be nice to get a few more options. When we were in New Jersey, northern New Jersey, when we went to get that projector,
Right.
that one wasn't too bad because it was at a good. It was, what was it? Not a Turkey. It was like a Rutter's. It was Wawa.
Okay.
Wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wawa. Yeah. So, they're going to start appearing in more and more locations, and a lot of them are going to be in restaurant locations, but a lot of them are going to be in locations where you can charge and go, and you don't have a sit down. You can get something at a Wawa or something like that. So.
Of course, with all the I think next to get beer in their things are going to be Wawa, because right now Turkey Hill has them. You have Rudders, I believe, has them,
Yes.
and you have also, um, other the gas stations that have them. I mean, it's
Yeah,
mean,
it's becoming more and more, but you can only have certain hours, and they have to follow the strict guidelines. But still,
All right. Let's see. Take this out now. Okay. Then we got. So if you're looking to start a company, but you don't want to build electric cars, what company would you start? Hint. It has something to do with electric cars.
the junkyard.
No, because they don't break down.
Well, you have to build your car somehow.
No, already built.
Then I would
What
go
business?
for an auto parts store that has the replacement.
I really
parts.
told you already. I can't believe that neither of you have said it.
The electric cars.
Without making an electric... Oh, look who's back. Sleepyhead.
Oh, hello there, darling.
What business would you be in if you wanted to make money, but you didn't want to build the electric car? What
I'd
business?
invest in it.
Again, you didn't want to make the electric car, but you want to do something else.
Drive it.
I've already told you the answer. I can't believe it.
maybe
Neither of
maybe electric, like outlet or whatever.
You're on the right
The
path.
Chargers?
The
Yo,
Chargers.
Charger.
That's exactly
Yeah,
right. Hey, somebody was listening. Whoops, wrong. That's the article. I hit the wrong article. Wait a minute. This is the article. How much can you make running a company that doesn't make electric cars? And right now, there are a couple startups that I wish I would have invested in. I probably still could invest in it because they're probably still low because they're the companies, the charging companies. I believe the stock was somewhere around $3 or $4 a share or something like that, or $7 a share, or I think one was 15 or something like that. They're not making money right now because they're on the early part of the stage. But I'll tell you, somebody's gonna make some money because whoever captures this part of the business, that's the part that sustains it.
Now,
And you
is
think
this
they're all
be,
gonna-
like with the Apteras too?
Oh yeah, all electric charging. So anybody that I'm saying that Aptera is that was a good investment. I think it's a good investment, and I'll think even more highly of them once they start getting the cars out because I'm waiting to get mine. But yeah, they'll be Aptera chargers and everything. They're going to be chargers for everything. So mine's going to be running off the sun.
So you'll let me own the headlight, right?
Not my car. You're not going to own any of my car. So
Not even a lug nut.
So the full self-driving beta is starting to save lives, according to this article. And it's funny because a lot of people said to me, I would never trust a car to make decisions on driving.
I've heard of that.
I think you probably said it too. But according to this,
You proved me wrong.
Tesla Autopilot and full self-driving at their core are safety systems. They may be advanced enough to make driving tasks extremely easy and convenient, but ultimately Elon Musk is consistent with the idea that Tesla's advanced driving assist technologies are developed to make the world's roads as safe as possible. Think about this. How many times have you driven and there's been somebody in their blind spot?
Don't ask him that question.
Well, especially him.
No, that's not true.
But I mean, how many times has that happened to you?
Well, if your
There-
car would have been self-driving, that wouldn't have happened.
It really wouldn't have because the cameras would have caught it all. But I mean, I'm just using that for an example.
Right.
There was an example here that
The lady came out of nowhere.
well, there was an example here where this guy had pulled up to a red light. The light had turned green. He would have gone. The car didn't.
Wow.
And there was somebody speeding through the light. He would have been hit. There's all kinds of stories like that happening that people want to say just because they want to be in control of their car, that here it is. Here's a guy that shared a story when his Model 3 was sitting at a red light with full self-driving engaged. The light turned green. The all-electric car started to move forward but braked. And the driver initially thought there was a problem with the beta, the full self-driving beta. But a second later, the Model 3 owner realized that a cyclist had actually jumped the red light.
Wow.
So those kind of stories are, think about it. You have one set of eyes.
Right.
This car has 8 sets of, well, not 8 sets, 4 sets of eyes. So 4 on each side. So
Yeah, and then you've got somebody sitting in the passenger seat that jumps every time something moves.
wonder who that would be.
Yeah. Probably Cheyenne.
She doesn't jump. She's fearless. So I just think it's interesting because people don't give it credit. Everybody wants to jump all over saying it's a bad thing, but they don't give it credit because it does save people from having accidents. It does give you extra eyes on the road, and it doesn't make mistakes per se, not like people do. What's going on over there?
She's over here.
She's
You
not
know.
being a pain or anything. She's being good.
No,
She's giving herself a bath.
yeah, she's giving herself a bath. That's
No.
the best way to say it.
Well, that's good, I guess. All right. What do we got now? We got this. Oh, and that one. Oh, so we can kill both of those. All right. The cheapest EV in the world has landed in the U.S. Want to guess how much?
Cheapest.
Electric vehicle.
I'm gonna say 30,000.
I'll go 20,000.
Now, I already said that there's going to be a $25,000 Tesla, right?
That's why I went 20,000.
But that's too much, too.
Okay.
The cheapest EV in the world has landed in the U.S. Here's what it looks like.
Oh my goodness.
Wait till you see this. This thing it's made in
It's a
China.
smart car.
Well, it's smaller than a smart car. It also is not as powerful as a smart car. It's really actually cute, but it's almost...
I think your bed buddy's ready to go to bed.
Yeah, why?
Because she's down there breathing heavy and, ready to go to bed.
Well, she knows it's not time. Anyway, so this is this was manufactured...
She's ready.
This is manufactured in China, and basically there's a guy standing next to it, so you get to see how small it is.
I'm sorry, I don't think I'd, if someone even gave me that car, I don't think I'd,
Well,
We wouldn't make it to Connecticut.
wait till you hear this. Okay, so
I'd be embarrassed to drive that thing
there's
to Connecticut.
next to a real car.
Wow.
Now here's the bad stuff about it. The most it'll do is 35 miles an hour.
Okay. Definitely not Connecticut.
So
Yeah.
we'll be there in about 10 hours.
Oh,
and,
no, longer. It has 40 miles of range.
Hey, that's at least better than my gas car right now. I only get about 32 miles
Me,
per
I get
gallon.
45 miles, 45. I'm going 50 miles to gallon.
So, okay, so now let's talk about costs.
Uh-oh.
It cost, let's see here.
15,000?
No, he said we were too low.
Okay, he was told it would be $900 to ship it.
Wow.
I want to say $2,500 was the car.
Wow.
But there were other incidentals that you don't know about till you get the car. So, says here the base model cost $6,500, while the truck would run you $8,500, and that's does that include? I think that includes. This must not be the same article. It cost him $2,500 for the car.
Wow.
He was told $900 to ship it. The $2,500 didn't include the batteries. It cost him another $1,500 for the batteries. It cost him, instead of $900 for shipping, it cost him $2,500 for shipping. So he was off by that. And then the total ended up costing him like $9,000.
Wow.
Now, is that a good deal? depends what you're looking for. The bad news is it's not licensable. Okay, you can't get a license to drive it on the U.S. roads. Now, the reason he bought it was he wanted something for around his house, and it was perfect for that. So
he needs one at the house that you were at yesterday.
yeah. Now, one thing I will tell you that's kind of interesting. This I wonder if this would actually show. Let's see if we can see this. That just shows. Let's see if we can see it driving around. Oh, there's the car. It was in his.
It's like a model kit being put together.
It's in sideways. They put it in sideways. So he got it out, and he drove it on. He drove it on the roads. But you're stuck at 25, 35 miles an hour.
Wow.
I think it's funny as anything, but.
We could make a racetrack in the backyard.
So he got these batteries. The batteries cost him $1,500, and it's basically if you bought a.
Wait a minute, go back to that other one. It looked like he could hardly get in there.
Oh, back there. Where's that? This one.
There.
Well, yeah, he's a little tall, but I mean, Chinese people aren't necessarily tall.
No, but that means it wouldn't work for you.
Well, I'm not going to get it. What am I going to do with it? He bought the one. Oh, that's not the same guy. That's why. The other guy bought a pickup, which was really cool. Where's the pickup? Oh, they didn't. Must have been another article then, because they showed the one that I thought Oh, there it is. There's the pickup.
Wow.
That's kind of cool. But anyway, the reason people buy these, like I have neighbors here that use golf carts.
Mm-hmm.
They drive up and down the lane. They aren't as many now because they're older, but a couple guys have four-wheelers and drive up and down the road. But something like that would be okay, and it'd be a lot cheaper to buy a golf cart in good shape. You're going to spend $7,000, $8,000 for a used one. And if you're buying a new one, you're going to pay more than that. You're going to pay $15,000 for it.
That's true.
And this is a nice alternative because it actually drives nice. I was told that read that it drives pretty good for what it is, and for the money, it's you get what you pay for. But I thought it was kind of cool.
I like the blue one.
The powder blue.
Mm-hmm.
But it's funny when you see one on the road. But it would be okay if I wanted something to drive back in the woods with, because it would be I think they're all-wheel drive, and if you only get 40 miles, you can't go far. But
have to stop at every. Do they use the same chargers that Tesla would?
they just use plug-ins from the
No.
wall.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, they're not for 40 miles. You're not gonna. I mean, I think it was a mile a minute or whatever, or a mile an hour. What was it? A mile a minute when I was doing it from the power cord. So I mean, it does work, but don't expect a Tesla when you buy it. But it does do what it's supposed to do. So I kind of thought it was funny. Did I show the? Did I do the Tesla powered Impala? We did it last week, didn't we?
I think so.
Yeah. See, I didn't.
Yeah, because I made the reference that I used to have an Impala.
And I had one too. Okay, I thought we did that one. I don't know why it didn't come off the list. $25,000 Tesla. Here's what we know. So anyone that's interested in buying a $25,000 Tesla, it is in the works, and we will see one. So we just kind of got to see what it'll come out. I think it was late next year. So.
Hey, that kind of looks like your key.
Yeah, that's the size of it. It's key-sized. Wait a minute here. Get the last. Did I do that one? Which one did I do? I don't know. I guess we'll find out in a second. Okay, I did the right one. All right. All right, here's the $25,000. It says there are several game-changing elements in the EV world. Solid-state batteries would be a really nice. It should bring the price of them down, and the speed of their charging should be a lot better. Autonomous driving. Says here, large names in the electric vehicles. Tesla has promised several products over the years, some of which were delivered, but many have yet to come. like the Cybertruck or the second generation Roadster, which are expensive. Another one is the promise of a $25,000 Tesla. So here we go. The $25,000 Tesla at this price point was first spoken into a distance. Now, I think Volkswagen is looking at a $25,000 Tesla, not a Tesla, $25,000 electric car too. So that's what made Tesla decide to do it, was because they want to grab that market. So it says here the $35,000 Tesla, which is the Model 3, was a huge selling point.
She's having a rough time over here.
Is she? The Model 3 has now fluctuated quite a bit. It starts at $41,900, so without any federal credits. But Musk himself said about a $25,000 Tesla, and
Well, I
will
know
be
when
complete in 3 years.
When we were going to Connecticut, we saw a lot of Teslas, and Natasha said when they were in Massachusetts, they saw quite a few Teslas.
Sure. The more you're close to a city, the more
Yeah.
you'll see them. Harrisburg is not much of a city. I mean, really, in comparison to like Philadelphia,
Right.
which Philadelphia really needs some more charging stations.
That are out in the open,
Yes.
not in a parking garage.
Yes. Because it took me a long time to find that one in the parking garage because it wasn't really well marked.
Right.
But it says here that they're developing a $25,000 EV for the Chinese market, and of course it goes well
that
there.
one looks like an egg.
Well, that's just a prototype
Yeah.
of what it's going to look like. So it says here, aside from the exterior look of the $25,000 model, here's what we might know. Hold on here. Let's see. Does this
having
car
fun
come?
over here? Just
Let's see, the question shows out of the box, Musk is thinking of a new, cheaper car, or just how far off his rocker he is. Either way, we can't mention that there are at least some chance that the world might see a $25,000 Tesla that has no pedals or steering wheel.
Ugh.
I'm not sure how that's going to work, because that would be crazy, because that meant you're going to be buying really the full self-driving, and that means I don't think you could use that everywhere. The design
yeah. How would that
elements-
work? Like if you're backing into a spot, or
Well, the
it
car
would
will do it.
automatically do it for you?
Yeah. I mean, it does that now. I can do that on my car. While this design still seems gimmicky, Tesla did share an image of the vehicle without a steering wheel and pedals. By the way, my new car is going to have one pedal driving.
Oh, wow.
So you're either pushing it and going forward, or pulling up and it stops.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, that's an option that you can set on your screen. So, and it's been like that for a couple of years for the Model 3. So, this is the first time for the Model X.
Interesting.
They say the $25,000 one will come in 2023. So,
Okay.
here's the thing I found interesting. So, this new battery that they're working on, called a 4680, it's got 5 times the energy of the current model, 16% more range, and 6 times the power. That's pretty interesting to
That
me.
looks like a huge Duracell.
Well, that's one of the reasons that the prices are going up right now, is because materials to build these new batteries. My new car will have the new supposedly will have the new battery, and that's how I'll get the more range, from 280 to 360. So that's a big change. That's more than 16% the range. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to seeing it. But I mean, $25,000 car. All of a sudden, all those people that say, "Well, I don't want one because it's too expensive," all of a sudden they're going to be thinking twice about that.
Exactly.
So, I guess we'll see. But that excites me. I want to see. The thing that scares me is that our government is going to be doing all these incentives for electric cars for GM, Ford, Volkswagen, but not Tesla. they're going to be playing favorites to the big guys, and not towards the guy that developed the whole
Tesla's
system.
already getting those credits.
No, they are not.
Oh, I thought
We
they
have
were.
not had credits. I am not going to have credits for my new car, and they're saying we're going to give $7,500 credit to GM, Ford, Volkswagen, all these other ones, but not Tesla, because Tesla does not have union workers, and they want them to go to the union workers. That kind of sucks because it's not really playing fair. You know, if you're going to play fair, do it with everyone. The innovator should be acknowledged
Yeah,
and should get a bonus for getting everybody to switch.
that's true.
You know, I read an article, and I didn't put it in this, and I'll try to explain the article to you. People don't buy Tesla for the car.
They buy it for the name.
Well, for the technology.
Okay.
All these other car manufacturers are building gas cars turned into electric cars. They're not building it from the ground up. You're getting an H2 that was an H2 gas is now an H2 electric. You're not getting a car that was conceived from the ground up. And when you're buying a Tesla, people will rather spend the extra money and buy a Tesla than buy a GM Hummer, except unless you're a Hummer fan, you know, because of the technology and what they're getting for the money. People think of GM as a car company, but not as a technology company. So maybe that's a good spot to quit, because we're past our time. Yeah, I guess that's good. Just wait a minute. Oh, this is a good This is an article I wanted to tell you before. So somebody asked me once, if you run out of electric,
Right.
like I almost did a couple times, what happens? Well, obviously there's a couple things that could happen. You could have it towed. You could have it serviced by a truck that's specifically done for that. But this is really cool. This guy here had his Model 3. He ran out of juice, and he called a friend. Range
Is that
anxiety.
like phoning a friend on?
Well, this is really cool. You'll find this interesting. So, if you were to pull my car,
Okay.
the regenerative braking would build electric as we're being pulled.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Now, do you care to guess? Let's say this guy has 3 miles of range or 1% of charge. There's no chargers around. In fact, 61 miles is the closest charger.
Oh my goodness.
Okay? While the car will almost certainly travel much further than 3 miles, because usually that's just a guesstimate. They give you extra. Even though you'll get 3 miles, more than 3 miles, driving a full hour or so isn't going to happen because you don't have that much power.
Right.
He could simply try to make it home, but his home's 64 miles away. So that's not going to work. So there's the closest charger is 61 miles, and his home's 64. So he called an old friend with an old beater, Toyota Camry, to pull him down the road to see how much range it would add. Thanks to the Tesla's Model 3 regenerative braking system, the car will charge while you tow it. Okay? So, the question is, if you're towed 6 miles,
Okay.
how much range would you have showing on your car?
Oh. Probably. If you're towed 6 miles.
Yep. Actually 6.2 miles, but 6 miles for the...
Then you'd probably have what, like 38 miles?
For 6 miles, you get
Oh,
38?
gee, I don't know. It's 10 o'clock at night.
I know. We'll wrap it up after this. What do you think? They're towing the car 6.2 miles. How much do you think he has to work with after 6.2 miles of being towed. Because it's regenerating as he's being pulled.
Maybe 10 minutes.
10
Like-
minutes? No,
well-
how many miles?
Oh, miles?
Miles.
I would double that. I'd go maybe 20.
Okay. And you said,
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. We'll pick again. Pick another number.
36.
36. Okay, the answer is 64.
Wow.
So 6.2 miles gave him 64 miles on the display. That's a pretty good range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means
now
you're
you
getting
know
more.
If
You're
you
getting.
run out and
I'll just pull. You have your car pull me.
yeah.
It's just amazing to me when you look at it that 6.2 miles equals 62 miles. 10 times the amount of mileage is what you get.
Wow.
That to me is amazing. I just think that shows the power of Tesla. Tell me that an H2 would do that, or one of the new Jeeps that'll be electric will do that. I don't know. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. But I think it's really interesting to show, because that means that there's always been a thing about if you like, why can't electric I don't know, I'm trying to think, say a fan, electric fan, or why can't a generator generate enough power to run itself?
That's true.
It can't.
No.
But in this sense, theoretically,
It is.
it can. It's 10 times what it. I just think that's really cool. So, with that, I think it's time to go. I just think that
time
that
went
study,
fast.
I just really think that study is really, really kind of cool. I love the technology, and, you know, people say I'm overly Tesla friendly, but there's a reason. It
You own
really
one.
is good product. It is a good product.
Yeah.
And you don't have to spend $100,000 to get one. You know, you have probably $40,000, you get one, or less when that $25,000 one comes out. So, all right. I guess this is it.
Stay safe this Halloween.
Oh yeah, that too. We're gonna have a Halloween show.
Mike,
next
make
week.
sure you stay inside on, the 31st, so don't scare them kids.
I was told I should go out because kids like to be scared. Oh, we don't have a show next. Okay, we don't have. That does start on the first is Monday. Wow. Okay. All right. Well, next month we'll see you.
See you next month,
What
right?
happened to our lights?
Well, yeah, that's right. We lost the light.
It doesn't matter. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up then, and it was fun, a fun show. I just got to figure out. Maybe I can figure out what the deal is with our freaking
Electric plane?
with the buzzing in the
Yeah.
noise.
Yeah.
So, hey, you've disappeared in our show.
All right. Woo!
All right. Thank you very much for watching, and I will talk to you guys next week.
See y'all
as
next week.
We try to. I guess we may not have any sound. I don't know. I don't know if the sound's there or not. So I'll talk to you then. Bye. I think. As soon as I find the right. There it is. Bye.